Hello.
Hello.
So,
Uh, yes.
Welcome back to the session. It's it's one of them. I forgot again, and I don't think I'm ever gonna remember. Um, yeah. Last we had left off, the group had decided to scour Branest in order to figure out some more information. Mostly just Odrin, the person traveling with you, as he wanted to find out information about an architect that could have worked on White Gulch. Um, Alex went with him while you guys just decided to browse the town, get some stuff at stores, and had ended up discovering that there was a series of fires happening to bar owners, having their bars burned down. Um, and so you had learned this from a bar owner named Ro, who I told you all, like, oh yeah, I'm kind of afraid they're going to burn down my bar next. So, in order to give her some peace of mind, you stayed the night, and in return for an hour of free drinks. And whilst you guys were, well, whilst mostly uh I forgot his name already.
Talbot.
How did I Talbot? Thank you. For some reason, I wanted to say like Talbot, like I'm just between Tobin and Talbot. Um, Mostly Talbot was the one getting kind of crunk in the bar. Ripley, you stayed outside while Ash, you had decided to watch the back window, and Lonnie, you gave the barkeep some nice uh what's the word company in their bedroom. And whilst you all were waiting quietly, Ripley, you had been stabbed by a knife, and then proceeded to see a figure, a very tall tiefling woman, beginning to set the entrance area of the bar on fire. And after speaking with her, and ultimately deciding to stop the fire, um, they had ultimately just kind of stood by whilst the rest of you asked questions, answered some. Turns out they were not the barkeeper. They were actually the woman pretending to be the barkeeper, Ro, in disguise as a halfling. And Casey is calling me. One moment. Where was I
We're
last left on
continuing.
explaining?
That's a great question. I think it was mostly the concept of trying to figure out the what direction we wanted to go.
Right. Um, After I will continue with explaining what happened last session real quick, but after the group had decided to just speak with Ro after leaving the bar alone, and had decided to stay at what you think is her house. They said it was their house. It is a house. Um, Ripley had gone
Not
back
theirs.
and done something slightly atrocious. Um, and came back only to find and to have a slight bit of discourse with the group, and ultimately Ripley at first decided she was going to leave the group before you all had found where she was, at a bar not in Branest, but just outside of it, in Covenvale. That's the name. After finding her out there and talking for a bit, you all decided, with Ro in tow,
Good job.
you guys had decided to head back towards Wall, where Ripley had talked about wanting to meet up with an old friend, which everyone is joking that they're going to sleep with each other. So you guys have full control on where you want to go next. There's the option of you guys can go back to your wall, and then either before that or after it. There are other things you can do. You can do Foamy's quest in the lake. You can decide to go revisit Yanetta and Wolf to find yourself something else to do, and to also see the progress that they have currently with with the funny little store that they're setting up, as well as a few other things. It's kind of all up to you guys. Um, so go at it.
All right.
I'd
So
say we should go up to Yurderwall to see um, Ripley's girlfriend, and then go up to the
Possible girlfriend.
probable girlfriend, and then go up to the lake behind the White Gulch up there.
Mm-hmm.
And
we did talk about
go
that.
swimming.
Also, how long ago was it since we've been in Yurtawall, or we've last seen Cedar?
So I believe the last time you guys were at Wall was, of course, during the whole thing going on with the election, and that was, I think, last year. So you guys haven't been there in maybe 4 months.
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot of wandering and soul searching.
Yeah, basically. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think we should go to Yurtawall as well and then do Foamy's quest.
I agree.
You guys have full control over that.
Because that will,
All right.
yeah.
So
'Cause-
first things first, we are leaving town. We're getting the fuck out of here,
Oh, yeah.
and then we're going to the other wall.
Yeah, Silver's gonna put Ripley just on top of them, and then just they're basically giving them a piggyback, just gonna allow Ripley to ride on them, and so an hour in 30 minutes or something before they leave, cast invisibility on them again.
Question is it's not. I'm trying to imagine a snake on top of a centaur.
What do you think Timberpelt has been doing this entire time, by the way, Tobin? What shenanigans is he getting up to?
Like when everyone else been off doing
Doing like the little side mission where they helped out the quote unquote bartender. You could have been doing something else before eventually everyone would have been like, oh yeah, we kind of need him. Or easily they could have gone back to get you if you were doing something in specifics.
just material shopping so I could have raw alchemical materials to make oil, soap, or something.
Alright.
So if anything, he had probably gone to the market and gotten either I'd say maybe 100 gold worth of alchemical supplies, like raw material for it,
Okay, cool.
like what he could find.
Do you know anything in specifics that you're looking for, or are you just looking for stuff that might work for you?
I am still under the idea of trying it out on first, baby steps. So soaps, oils for
Soap,
like what?
oil,
Oil
lamp,
flask, oil lamp.
bombs. Choice is yours, my friend.
Okay. I guess just soap and, for now, lantern oil to start off.
Alright. Let me roll for... Actually, I don't think I need to roll for those. Actually, let me roll for lantern oil, specifically. Okay. So, for the soaps are usually made of animal fat. And I'd say that you're able to pretty quickly maybe find like a butchery that has like leftover animal fat that you can buy to just get off their hands. I'm sorry, I have to use the bathroom again. My dinner's going right there. Hold on, I'm so sorry.
Saddle or something.
Yeah, because I'm a big snake. I hope you realize that, right?
Yeah. It's gonna look very
Because
awkward.
it's gonna be awkward, and it's gonna be also hard for like Ripley to like get on top of like, okay, I don't have legs.
Ash is just like, okay, but you could just like wrap around me, right?
Are you okay with that?
I trust you. Mostly.
Okay, I understand.
I trust that you're not gonna kill me in broad daylight. Daylight in a middle of crowded place.
I won't do that. I won't constrict you, and besides, I don't think I have much of a strength to do that.
It's gonna be very awkward. But I can
It
do this
will.
for
I
the
mean,
few
you let
minutes.
me. I mean, let me know. Let me know if it gets tiring. I mean, I don't have to be on top of it. I just keep sneaking, around you guys.
I'm sure Cider wouldn't mind being on top of you.
Damn it!
I've seen the way you blush when you say your name. I understand.
That's not.
Yeah.
That's not doing things.
See how you're flustering to speak properly? That's okay.
That's
That's good. This
Yeah.
I support this. You're good.
But I was just like, okay, but I am also gonna, as much as I support you getting into a relationship and finding love, we do need to remember that she is getting out of she basically 4 months ago has gotten out of a long-term abusive relationship.
okay. Real quick, I just want to see how she's doing because the reason why I'm coming, going to your one
Wait,
again.
hold on. The reason why you're coming again?
No. Uh,
What?
the reason why we're going to
okay.
your
Go
one
Are
in.
you
Okay,
Jesus?
sorry.
Are you Jesus?
Who the fuck is Jesus?
This is the second coming, right?
The second coming of Christ.
By the way,
the
this is in
reason
the
why.
recording, just so you know.
But no, the reason why that I want to see her again is because, I did promise her that I'll see her again.
Ash is just like,
Ed-
okay.
It's been a while. And I don't want to worry her.
Separation builds anticipation, I understand. Distance makes the heart grow, more rapid in its heartbeat. You entered their life, and now they've created a Ripley effect.
Lonnie, shut up.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna be the best gal at the wedding, cause we can be apple cider. Apple cider, queen of the apples.
Lonnie, bold of you to assume you're invited to the wedding.
Wait, what?
Don't worry, I'll provide my own invitation. I'll just replicate it with an illusion.
Ripley at this point is just like, no words. She's just flabbergasted.
But you're also assuming that they believe in the that they're accepting as the constructs of marriage.
That's true. They did sleep with somebody else while their partner was married.
Wait, who's married?
No,
The person that you slept
no,
with at a bar a long time ago, Ripley?
yeah,
The person
Wait,
whose
how do you
husband
know that?
was downstairs?
but that wasn't cider.
How do you know that?
I know everything. You
Um,
you know I
okay,
can read minds, right? I've seen the dreams you've
I,
had while you're sleeping.
I will.
I'm so
I want to.
sorry.
I want to forget. I wanted to forget that.
Forget
That was
about
like the
what?
biggest mistake. That's like the biggest mistake I've ever done. I want to forget that. Okay, that's.
What did Ripley do?
Sleeping with the woman at the bar one night.
That was funny.
Everybody regrets it.
Instant regret.
Okay. I should be hopefully done doing that for the night.
Did you have fun in the bathroom?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
It's coming out of me like a water park.
Ew.
Ah, that's fair. That was Ripley and Cider's experience.
God damn it. Ah,
Sex jokes aside. Alright, I'm
We'll
ready to
move
get
on to
on
the
again.
sex one.
motherfucker.
Alright. I'm ready.
I didn't pause. We're good.
I thought you
Okay.
told me you paused.
I did, but that's because as soon as you left, Ash and Ripley started having a conversation that was interesting, so we unpaused it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Tobin, so, with the animal fat at the butchery, they'd be happy to give you, like, a gold per pound of animal fat, which they can give you, like, 50 pounds of it. So it'd be 50 gold for 50 pounds of animal fat that you could use, that they would keep in kind of like cheese bags, essentially. That way, it'll kind of dry out a little bit. Not too much, but just enough where if there's too much wet, you can get rid of it. Um, so you'd have a lot of animal fat. As for the lamp oil, you wouldn't be able to get as much. So instead of you being able to get at least $50 worth of lamp oil, I'd say you're probably going to only get around 15 golds worth since they don't have too much. Lamp oil isn't very common here anymore since they've started using more organic matters for fire instead, as well as for lighting. So 15 golds
Timberpelt's
worth
mine.
of
Flammable
huh?
oil is still in Timberpelt's mine. Flammable oil can be still used as flammable oil in something.
Yeah. So I mean, hmm.
And this
You
is all raw material.
true. So if you wanted
it's
to, what you could do actually is they would only have like 15 golds worth of lamp oil, but they do have some cooking oil that you could probably try to use if you wanted to.
Mm,
But that's kind of all they have is that 15 golds worth of lamp oil, which is the equivalent of lighting 10 lamps.
okay. Doing the expenses, so that'd be 65 for everything, and then he'll take some of the cooking oil.
All
Never,
right.
he'll probably find something for it.
How much do you want to spend on it?
Five gold's worth.
All right, that'll get you like 3 bottles of cooking oil, which are about like maybe 24 ounces each.
Leaves me at 137 in total after buying everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, he'd be gathering all the the raw material and everything, and a couple of bottles, and then just bringing it back to where the group was staying.
All right.
Anything to put back into their proper places he has for it.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'd say you reconvene with everybody after all of this, and you hear about what happened. Just like, oh, I missed a story and a half. Before eventually, everyone coming to a consensus of leaving Covenvale for or leaving Brandnest and Covenvale for now, uh, until at least the fire dies down, and you guys can explore for a while, and you guys ultimately decided on Yurtawal.
Also,
Alright,
Lonnie, how many of those beats do you have?
I don't know.
The
I'm
water
gonna.
beats?
I don't think I have it. I
Oh.
don't think it's in my inventory.
Oh.
I gave someone water breathing beads. They're on a long line, you know? Like, one of them is, like, they get slightly bigger as it goes down.
Okay. Well, I don't have them.
Wait.
What?
Let me double check my sheet.
I'm also gonna double check Casey's sheet and let's see.
Because it can either be Shuma.
It could be
They could
Shuma,
have
so
had it.
I'll double check his. And I know Charlie wouldn't because Charlie, I don't think met Foamy.
No, they
No.
never met for me. That's a quick no, Jesus.
No, God no.
But no, I don't know. I don't think so.
All right, let me. I don't see it on Shuma. I know everyone have it. I'm pretty Talbot has not met Foamy yet. So it would I'll say you guys if you guys can't find it on any of you, I'll just say one of you can have it, and I believe it was supposed to be 6 breathers in total. You also have 2 extra sidekicks as well, so you
Yeah.
technically need 8 now.
Yeah. That's why I was asking.
But I did give you guys 6 because at the time it was just players.
Okay.
However, one of your sidekicks is a Triton.
Oh yeah.
So you
So
would
he-
just need to get one more. Let me see if Alex has any spells of water breathing on her.
I keep forgetting we have more people in the party, like NPCs.
Yeah, that was specifically why I was asking about it, because I was like, we have 2 NPCs. They need to be able to come with us.
Hmm. Okay, so Alex
Talbot.
has. Yeah, well, with Talbot, you guys add up to 6. So there's Talbot, Lonnie, Ash, Odrin, Timberpelt, and Ripley. So that's 6 exactly. Um, but Alex has create or destroy water as well as water walk, but that is all she has. Um, let me check Ro really fast, see what she has on her. Or I think I only put really, really mean attacks on them. I can't
But
remember.
isn't Alex a Triton, so she would be able to breathe
She can
underwater?
breathe. I just wanted to see if she could give it to somebody else.
Oh.
She has water walk, so that's a bonus. Let's see. No, no. It doesn't look like Road definitely does not have anything on her on their thing.
Like, I also got another item technically I can make with the alchemist kit. Alchemist's fire.
Hmm. Fun.
Medieval
Oh,
Molotovs.
I just realized what you guys could do and that you would have some time for, but it would take some spell slots from Alex, is they can destroy up to 10 gallons of water in an open like range that are within 30 feet. So he technically can destroy water for a brief period of time to give Ro some time to breathe, but it's still going to make it hard because she's probably going to have to do it pretty often. So,
Yeah.
let's see.
And if we're going underwater, that doesn't necessarily really solve the problem because there's still going to be like water coming in immediately from above
Yeah.
or all around.
Yeah.
Unless we did something like have some gigantic pot that we flipped upside down, then destroyed the water inside of it.
Hmm.
And then we had
Yeah.
an air bubble under the water that we were all holding down.
Kind of like a diving bell.
All I'm imagining is Pirates of the Caribbean.
And
To
that
be
too.
fair, if we all hold on to Alex when they cast Water Walk, it says it shoots them to the surface. So if we need an emergency,
Yeah.
as long as we're all holding hands, we do shoot straight back up to the surface, too.
Yeah, it is true. Like, Alex can just have all y'all hold hands and shoot you up, and she can just swim after you guys.
Yeah.
And
Or
it's
we
up
could
to
also
10
just
creatures.
or we could also just continuously breathe air into Alex.
Yeah, we can make out. That works.
That's Ro. Thank you. Ro is the one that cannot breathe.
Oh yeah.
Alex is the 17-year-old.
Oh yeah. Different one.
Different one.
Person.
I mean, I'm sure Lonnie would be okay with making out with Ro.
Well,
Wait.
she's a child.
Hold,
Lonnie's not a
wait.
child.
Wait.
To be fair, we don't know what an adult is here. But it's still an
That's kind of
uncomfortable
a
position.
That's kind of a sus sentence.
You were the one that said the child. I did not.
Because Alex is a child,
I don't
technically.
know.
In my eyes, a 17-year-old is not of age. No
Well,
matter
depending
if
on
they
her
mature more
species.
quickly. No matter if they mature more quickly, it's still weird.
I didn't
It's weird
say
for
I
girls.
disagree with that.
I mean, Eric Croker are adults at 2 years old.
I know.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I have no
Moving
interest.
on.
All right. So while you guys can come up with what you're gonna do, don't forget there's always the chance of you finding something water breathing related, because if you do find one, then you have grow covered. So that is a chance for you guys.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. There's also the
Yeah, we might
chance
find-
that maybe you can speak with Wolf about that.
Yeah.
Big man, willing to help out a little bit.
Alright, we could check him out. Okay, so okay,
We're taking out on all
so
the potential love interests.
so you're the wolf, and then Wolf and Yuneta.
Don't forget
Yeah.
Cider.
Yurtle. Yeah, we just said
Wait.
Yurtle.
Yeah, so you're the wolf.
But like Ripley's just it's just like Ripley. I'm just gonna repeat myself because I feel like it's important. Again, she 4 months ago she just got out of a long-term abusive relationship. So if she does not expect if she's not ready for a romantic relationship,
Yeah,
that
Ripley,
is,
if she's
not
not
gonna-
ready for marriage
I'm-
yet, you need to be patient, okay?
yeah,
I'm not gonna force anything.
that is completely fine.
I'm
Everyone
I-
immediately holding the knife up to Ripley's neck.
we've just like, okay, I think he got this all understanding.
Oh yeah,
I just want to see how she's doing.
I don't care whether you're misunderstanding or Mr. Understanding. Alright? Anyway.
Keep that tongue in your mouth, boy.
don't hurt. Just
With
make
that
sure.
being said, does everyone have everything they wanted to get?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Wait,
Well,
do we have everything?
I got what I needed.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
And because Talbot's not... Okay, it's just like, okay, Talbot, Aldrin, you guys go in the separate cart.
Casey already told me what he wants Odrin to do. Odrin is going over the blueprint, and he's figuring out if there is anything he could do with this. He's like gonna be quietly muttering to himself. It's gonna be very creepy looking because if you like come near him, he's just like whispering to himself quietly as he's got a pencil and the blueprint out in front of him as well as a spare piece of paper, and he's just writing notes and he's just trying to figure something out with it. So he will happily take a separate card if it means you guys leave him alone.
Were there
Oh, it's like-
other NPCs coming?
Other NPCs how?
Big tiefling lady.
Ro is coming with you, correct?
Yeah.
And Odrin just pulled up, so he'll be inside in a moment. But yeah, Ro will be joining you. Alex, is also going to be joining you guys, and just quietly sitting in the front cart with you all.
Oh, Alex, wait. Alex is the baby. Or is that Ray's
Alex
baby?
is the baby.
Okay.
Here, hold on. Let me. Okay, Alex is the Triton, aka the baby,
Okay.
and Ro is big, tall, goth tiefling mommy,
Wait,
Okay.
this one's better.
or non-binary.
Yeah.
I'm making sure I get the names right, so I'm not making out with a teenager.
As you should.
CPR is not making out with somebody.
Okay, good. That's your rule then. I don't wanna.
It-
Oh, wait, the baby doesn't need that anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Okay.
I'm just saying
hmm
that it's literally to save somebody's life. It's not a like romantic or sexual thing.
And it
Good.
never should be.
Yes, that's
Especially in the Sandlot, you know.
There we go. That's what they look like. Alex is on the left, Ro is on the right.
I'd like to row her boat.
Excuse me? Oh my god! I think that's the dirtiest thing you've ever said to me, therapy.
What the fuck?
Oh, you should have heard him earlier.
I put a picture of these guys just to differentiate your new side characters. And I said, this is Alex, this is Ro, and therapy goes, I'd like to row her boat. Can I have my ice cream?
Oh, fuck.
Did you not give me ice cream?
No, I didn't.
That's the only thing I
Kyle.
wanted.
I'm so
Wait,
sorry. I'm
wait.
still sharing ice cream.
Allie, this is the
What's in
perfect
the
time.
fridge?
You can say
I
ice
want that.
cream.
With my Timlin.
You have ice cream in the fridge. You promised me ice cream!
I am sorry. It's been a long
I want ice
day.
cream.
You asked me what I wanted specifically.
Fuck.
Okay, so you're not gonna
Honestly, that's how I feel. I'm so hurt. You have ice cream in the fridge. Fuck you, I don't care.
I'll get you ice cream.
No,
I'll be
no,
right
don't
back.
worry about it.
No,
No,
now
I'll be
that
right-
I've changed my tone.
I'm sorry about
and-
forgetting about the ice cream.
I want
A
ice
Dairy
cream.
Queen one or just like a normal?
I don't care. It's okay.
No, like I forgot the ice cream for you, so I gotta go get you ice cream. I'm really sorry about that.
That's fine. Hide it like I'm gonna eat it. Are you afraid I'm gonna eat it? Is that what you're hiding it?
Uh-huh.
I ain't worried. I'm a grown man.
Hey, go ahead and just use the credit card, okay? Do you have a wallet? Is it in the car?
Yes.
Please do not leave that wallet in the car.
Sorry.
It's in
Look,
the
I've had a long day.
I know.
I'm gonna need
You're gonna need your feet again. Stop it!
Fuck off.
Interesting.
Oh God.
Is that just? I know, rage.
Describe evil is in
Ellie,
the
Captain,
thorn his
Alright.
face.
listening to a witch there for a
Yeah.
second.
I'm sorry, that made me laugh really hard.
Like the type of witch that I generally, like I said, Gruntilda. I,
Don't Gruntilda me.
Yeah, they don't want to grunt on Hilda.
Okay, that
Sorry.
didn't make any sense. Rethink your life choices.
Never. This is already enough punishment.
I genuinely thought when he came in with that was my ice cream.
I
It's
can
like-
imagine the joy to complete despair.
It was kind of, yeah. He's already gone.
Was it
I feel
this pear
bad.
ice cream? Like this pear?
I feel really bad. All I wanted was ice cream. I must have mentioned ice cream, and then he forgot about me asking, and he was like, "Oh, ice cream. I can get ice cream. Yeah, just get myself an ice cream." And then didn't even realize why the thought occurred. I get it. He was tired. I feel bad that he's heading back out.
Part of the process of relationship is if you get yourself something nice, it doesn't hurt. It's not a requirement. It's just a nice gesture to additionally get something similar for your partner.
And he's done that a few times, but this time I specifically wanted ice cream. And I even told him. And then fucking Izzy with the gifts. Fucking hitting. In case you saw the gif of this was a betrayal levels that no one has ever seen. And he was like, don't even. We're still recording.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Thank you, I guess. This is gonna be the part of the fucking the
That's-
time lapse where it's just the ice cream betrayal.
Yeah. It's all part of the story. It really makes your heart melt.
Now that's gonna make me really ice cream in a minute.
Yay!
Mm.
You know, an
Swear
ice
to
cream is
God.
also known as a tear. Okay.
I'm gonna put the cone of shame on you.
How dare you?
Take one.
You don't even vanilla know.
You sure chock a lot for someone who's bad
That-
at puns?
Those puns are gonna start agitating my intolerance.
I'm gonna caramel your face off.
I'm strawberry excited.
Fucking stop it.
Stop
of
posting this
shame.
in the chat.
Stop.
No, keep going. Thank you.
Cease. I think we killed Tobin.
I
Or that, or he just took a
guys
dab.
No, he's
No, I
just
just saw what you guys posted.
Tobin's just
Give-
smoking weed. It's just the cough at the beginning.
Well, usually he coughs really bad when he hits dabs.
What's
No,
this
not a-
journey? The journey for
Okay.
departure.
Alright. So you guys... Initially Odin was going to be here, but he forgot something. So while he's still working on his on the blueprint, you all pile into the cart with your new sidekicks or your new sidekick in tow, being Ro, and you pile onto the trolley and begin to head off towards your next destination of Yurtawal. And let me calculate the distance. Do you guys want to go straight to Yurtawal or make a small detour first to the light capital of light?
We'll take the detour to the capital of light.
You guys want to take the detour? I need a unanimous decision.
Yes, because that means I have more time to work on paintings.
Wait, why are we going to the detour on that again?
So that we can get another like thing of water breathing for Ro.
Oh, Claire,
Okay,
leave your father's pencil alone. He
And it gives
uses
us
that
to have
every single
tools
day.
for
In his
downtime.
day.
Use tools for
You can't be
downtime.
doing that. That's not how it works. Alright? Alright, I'm
I'm
put
gonna
these
start
down
making the
here
soap
so you
making
can reach
process.
them. No, stop it. Stop it. I will put
Great.
you...
You can continue
in
without
the
me. I have to quickly use the restroom.
Go right ahead, darling. I know how you feel.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys can start without me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so... And that's like closer to where we are, right?
So technically the closest one would be Yurtawal, but I only brought it up just in case you guys wanted to just make the straight shot to the capital of light first before you get going down to Yurtawal. That's up to you guys. If you decide to go to Yurtawal first, that's going to be about 20 and a half days. And if you decide to go to the capital first, it's going to be 23 days.
Yeah, let's go
That's...
to the capital of light first. Or do we watch? I guess we could go to Yurtawal
You could,
first, and then go to
if you go to
capital of light and
Yurtawal
back.
first, yeah. Because then if you go to Yurtawal first and then to the capital, it'll take you guys about a month before you reach the capital.
Fine with me.
That should get me enough time to make a decent amount of soaps, and then I plan to make alchemist fire next, but I don't think I have the full stuff to make it.
All right.
Unless somebody doesn't mind me making alchemist fire entirely out of animal fat and lantern oil in a flask.
We will see how your rolls go. Also, I want to note between the 2nd and what is going to be the 22nd, by the time you guys reach there, Ripley, your birthday will actually have passed. And funnily enough, it's also a full moon on that day. You know what that
Monty,
means?
You got that spell ready, right?
Yeah, I do. I got my tower ready to go. I'm gonna make
Oh,
sure it includes
we
a
lost
little.
Ripley.
I'm gonna make sure that it includes a little doghouse outside for him.
Yes. Contain the other hound.
Yep.
I think during this brief moment of time where you guys take a break from trolley time and decide to just post up for a short while wherever you guys are, um, you know, Talbot's just probably gonna. Talbot's not doing great during this full moon. Um,
Yeah.
there's Ripley.
Instant clash. I'm
Just
back.
to let you know, I don't know if you heard me, Ripley, but between the 2nd and the 22nd, which is around the time you guys are going to reach your wall, it's actually going to be your birthday on the 16th.
Ah!
And another fun thing, it's also the full moon on that day.
Oh no.
So on that day, your birthday, Ripley, as well as your brother Jerry and your sister Janie's birthday, which they're doing whatever they are doing over in Ashen. Um, on your birthday, that's when Talbot's going to experience wolfing time. Um, and I want Ash to roll me a charisma check to kind of keep the good boy in check.
Okay, charisma, just to keep the good boy in check.
Yeah.
Charisma save.
No, just check.
Okay.
And I'll say with advantage because you did really well last time with him. And I'll say that side of him, yeah, that side of him is really susceptible to you because you gave him pets and called him good boy. So with that 22, definitely, you manage to keep him calm. You get him to the doghouse that Lonnie made for him. And he's just happily being calm for you
Aww,
as the night rolls through.
such a good boy. Such a good boy.
Yeah, so Ro, that's kind of our adopted dog. I know, just kind of most of the time they end up taking human form, but
You
primary
know,
this
at
is their
first
primary form.
I was a little bit skeptical about it because it's like he was a big scary man and now he's kind of like
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Most of the time he looks human, so a lot of the time it's kind of like werewolf. So we don't really know where the wolf is, but now we can see.
Isn't that contagious?
Huh?
Isn't what he has contagious to a degree?
Only if you get bit, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I feel
Oh
like
boy.
Rose gonna look at Timberpelt and lean over towards Yulani and be like, "You think sometimes when a full moon comes around, he turns into a human?
Probably, yeah.
What do you think that would look like?"
Like a dog that probably got all of its hair shaved off. I don't know whether it's gonna be that like bright pink.
It's kind of gross.
Might look like human, but just bright pink skin. Kind
You
of a
think he'd
little
be
bit.
bald too?
I'm
Probably.
just
I
thinking,
mean, yeah, probably.
morphic creature, sentient creature with lycanthropy that happens to turn into a wereman, uh, just turns into.
Hello, I am a human man.
No, I'm
I'm
more
gonna go do
thinking
my
of
taxes.
roid raging bodybuilders. Unless they have that control, that it's just they happen to turn into bodybuilders.
Beautiful, glistening, oiled up bald men that also do their taxes. All right. Yeah, you guys would have a decent amount of downtime for the 20 days that you guys would be on the road. Um, Ripley, you were now a year older, so put that on your sheet. No, not more. Oh no, Izzy.
I
I
tried to
would
find
just.
one of him with the mustache and the hair, but
It's awful. Uh, with that time passing, um, what would you guys like to do during your 20-day downtime?
Because we're going to Yordlewall right now
You guys are going to be going to Yurtlewall first, yes.
for a 20-day span.
During this 20-day span, correct?
Okay.
I just take the downtime to make the first batch of just practice soap.
All right.
Look at you and your clean mind.
Well, I want to
Soap
practice on
making.
some utility first before I can start weaponizing it.
I feel like a lot of
Oh,
other characters might want you to test that soap out on my tongue.
What?
like
Oh
put
yeah.
it.
Well, so far I don't believe I have any sort of scent agents to add to it, so it's just straight up animal fat
Hmm.
and
Tasty.
some chemicals to make it
Damn.
some
That's
That
what.
detergent
sounds
and chemicals.
delicious.
Yeah.
Tastes like shit.
I'm gonna take that time to learn to be more sneaky.
All right. So first with timber pelt with soap making, since you're using your alchemy supplies, go ahead and give me a alchemist supplies roll for that. Oh yeah.
Come on.
How much soap do you want to make?
Out of that 50, 10?
All right, yeah. So
10 bars of soap from the 50-pound chunk of animal fat.
I'd say it maybe takes like half a pound. Maybe not even no, not even a not even half a pound. Maybe like a fourth of a pound to make like a decent bar of soap, and 10 of those would be like you'd make like two fairly good bars of soap with that. So, did you want to do that your whole journey? That probably something probably takes a while actually.
Um,
How long does it take to make soap? Hold on. Oh, here we go. It takes up to 6 weeks for the soap bars to cure. The hot process, however, takes advantage of external heat to speed up saponification. This methodology gives you a final product within 24 hours. So we'll say that you end up coming up doing the hot process for soap making, and yeah, and it says that you can wait 1 week if you want a harder bar, and most definitely you would be able to do that. So yeah, you'd be able to make 2 bars of soap. You'd be able to make two within a day, and then they'd be even harder within after
oh,
like a week has passed.
mm-hmm.
So yeah. So did you want to just use those 2 days to make soap?
Yeah, Jay, after processing it through it, all that, and it ends up with me getting two, I'll make it with the two.
All right, cool.
Then you'll start getting the idea of, huh, animal fat is pretty flammable. And I know some of this oil is pretty flammable. I wonder. He starts thinking about mixing it and essentially trying to make homemade alchemist fire.
Okay, yeah.
But that is up to
Uh,
you if I could do it that way, because I don't know if I have to go out and find specific components for all that, or just backwoods style, make it homemade style from what we got.
let's see. Let's see. The sticky adhesive fluid ignites when exposed in the air. Okay. Hmm. I'd say with the mix of oil you have and the animal fat, I'd say that's not bad. That's something you could definitely do.
Okay, and then yeah, with that, Guess just try and make 2 if I can.
Oh no, it's gone.
Yeah, I think he's having internet issues. Alright, go ahead and give me another thing for alchemist supplies.
15.
Not as bad. I'd say maybe you'd have some really good luck with the first one, so you'd end up making a pretty good one, which does what it says it should do, which is it does whenever it's an improvised weapon, so whenever you throw it at somebody and it catches a light as it hits them, if it hits them, because I believe it's dexterity based, but I will check that in a second. Um, Alchemist Fire, here it is. So, yeah. So, what it is they have to roll a dexterity save, and if it hits them, then it does 1d4 fire damage per turn. That they're still on fire unless they unfire themselves. I'll say it does really well for the first one, however, the second one's not nearly as um like hard hitting. So what I'll say for that one is it only lights them on fire for that single moment it hits them. Like it'll just blow up in their face, but it doesn't seem to adhere as well.
Okay, so it's just that single burst of fire of
Yeah,
damage.
one of them will be a long-standing one, while the other one will be a singular burst of 1d4 fire damage.
Cool. Parentheses full.
Alright, and I think those would definitely take longer, and I'd say that making those two bottles and being very delicate because you're making combustible things, that's probably going to take you the rest of the 18 days.
All right, that's cool with me.
Cool, yeah. And you wanted to get sneaky.
Yeah, I wanted to be better at stealth.
Alright. How would you go about that?
Yeah, I'm not sure on on a train. I'm not really sure how I would do that. So now that I think about it, you want to know what? I'm just gonna try to thinking of something else to do. What else is there to possibly do?
You can practice on a like any other proficiency that you could have or might have, you can always practice with it that doesn't involve, you know, practicality behind it, like stealth.
Yeah.
Um, there's always you can learn a new language, you can work on different like projects, like how Lonnie's working on her paintings and how Tobin's working with soap and fire. Um, you can read a book if you wanted to. Um, Stuff like that. Anything that could come to mind that you think would be practical within uh, a train.
He's gonna read that history book that he got from the museum. Then
Ah, which one was that again? I don't remember.
I don't remember the name either. It was just the one about the weird centaurs, like in the desert thing.
Oh, right. Um, that one.
The adult book.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah, he also no, like oh yeah, he also got them looked at matchmaking books last time.
Right, I forgot about those books.
I should write a book about Ripley and Cider and call it Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Uh,
A joke that Allie made a long time ago.
You stole my joke.
No, I
Ashton's
gave
gonna
credit.
open the window and throw Lonnie out of it. Just pretend. We'll just pretend to like almost throw Lonnie out of it.
Yeah.
Lonnie, did you want to continue painting?
Yes.
All right.
Did I find
So-
anything interesting in that history book, though?
With the history book about centaurs, I think what you would probably find out is centaurs are mostly looked at as kind of hindrances. They're not really well looked upon. A lot of them says like in folklore and before they really became more well known, they were deemed as elegant and beautiful. There's a goddess that is a centaur, but um a lot of the centaurs that usually end up being talked about in like day-to-day life that have existed within society haven't really been well established. A lot of them tend to turn towards things like sex work and are also tended to be used as carriage pullers and for pulling heavy metal carts into mines. So they're not really too well regarded. It's kind of like the more animal you are, the less regarded you are, kind of thing. And it's not really that great of a history book because they do tend to get a lot of things wrong. They go into detail about like the centaurs' reproductive habits. Not really.
I can give you one better. I found oatmeal cream.
You just didn't give me a Dairy Queen?
It's oatmeal.
Oh.
One 7-Eleven had ice cream, and they have oatmeal cream pie.
I don't actually think I've tried this one.
Did you like it?
I don't remember.
Good.
Can I have a spoon?
I'll go get you some.
You didn't have to.
Good job,
I
Casey.
did.
That was a nice burp.
Oh yeah, for forgetting an important thing. Here you are.
And what I'm getting from it is that it's not so different from Ashen, basically.
Yeah, but the centaurs here tend to be a little bit less involved. Like, you haven't seen that many. The most you've seen is that one large black centaur from the blackbird's nest in the what are you turning on your Xbox for?
I don't know.
The black centaur woman that was in the blackbird's nest in the capital of light. No, not in the capital of light, in Yurtlewall. There was the two centaurs you had run into during that brief moment with Shuma in the Cerulean forest, as well as you've heard a bit about the goddess, but that's like kind of it. They do mention something that you know is very wrong. They talk about female centaurs and the way they work, and they talk about how there is a secret second genital under like in the understomach of where the woman is, and instead of the female centaurs giving birth through the bottom half with the horse, they do it through the top half.
Out of the mouth hole.
Out of the people.
Mmm.
Just like, damn, who wrote this garbage?
A white man.
Probably.
hey, yeah, yo, who wrote this shit?
Ripley, can you believe this?
I don't
Well,
believe shit.
Believe it or not,
There's like a really extremely detailed uh sketch of what they believe the anatomy to look like, as well as the book is signed by Gerodius Arterio Sonsflay Acaroni Vasterbar the Third.
I've
Write
never,
down
I've,
that name.
I've,
Acaroni.
Esquire.
Bastabar.
I'm not reading all that shit.
Vastabar the third.
Esquire.
The third. Alright, I'm writing a very strongly worded letter to him about the inaccuracies of like this book.
Also, at some point, he seems to write a strong, opened letter to brothels that exist. Just, do you understand how remarkably awful adding centaurs to your batch of male prostitutes is? Do the audacity of this? It puts me at my wit's end. Not every male is something of that size. It puts me to shame. Women and their wants and their needs. Why can't they just like a nice guy? It shouldn't matter. Size shouldn't matter.
Size shouldn't matter, it's about the batter.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
And I'm just right, also bold of you to assume that those male prostitutes are there for the women.
It's called making pancakes. Making bacon pancakes.
That implies they fucked a pig.
No comment. Either that or they use bacon
But
grease
yeah,
as
that's
lubricant.
what
That
Ash
works
is
too.
doing right after like this thing, and he signs it anonymously, but like he just says a centaur who would have the actual
And a very upset centaur.
and like as like a centaur who actually exists. A centaur who was born, who was assigned female at birth.
Alright. And after writing your strongly worded letter, we move on to,
Me.
Lonnie.
Yeah.
I also write this letter to the museum as well. Because I am like saying, yeah, this is a very inaccurate like portrayal of centaurs. You should not be selling this book, or at least editing. No, wait, is this like a separate chapter on the thing, or
It's like, okay, it's like an about the author at the end, where it's like, obviously it was inputted, where it was like an interview thing, where he was just like, so what made you, you seem very sometimes aggressive within your wording of the centaurs, especially the males when referring to their specific genitalia. What are your thoughts behind this? And that's when he goes on a long-winded rant. Also, there's a picture of him, the very back of it. Very, he seems to be older white male, human, with slightly balding hair, uh, and wears a pair of very, very tiny glasses and has a very, very small mustache. Casey? Casey? You good? Hmm. Just making sure he's with us. Alright. You write your strongly worded letter.
yeah, and I also
And-
wrote one to the museum for selling this book.
Of course.
For selling this book.
And Lonnie.
I also read he also is just gonna write a review to send to like a popular newspaper.
Okay.
Well, he's just gonna copy the letter and basically just send it to a like newspaper or something, or the Daily News or something. Gotta get the word out about these inaccuracies.
Lonnie,
That's me.
what kind of painting do you want to make?
Yeah.
With 20 days, um, which is the equivalent of
I'm sorry. I heard the coolant.
equivalent.
Hey. Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's about 2 work weeks that you can get in.
How many days is that specifically? I think.
2 is 16, and so 16 out of 20. So you'd have 4 extra days left.
Okay. Um. Sorry. You need to repeat that. I was distracted. Okay. So duration, the duration that will be on the trolley train is
20 days.
20 days. I will write that down real quick. I'm coming up with the kind of painting I'd like to do.
Which means you can make an uncommon painting.
I'm already 36 days into an 80-day painting.
Right, I forgot you were doing that.
But I haven't really come up with a design, I believe. So it's just been kind of working on a painting.
And this specific painting one, it's the 10 weekday, or the 10 work weeks, which is the rare. Alright.
So we're at 56 days out of 80 now, which means we go through a check period.
Right. I need 2 checks because it's per work week, right?
Well,
That's what I said?
you said it was at the halfway mark and the finish mark.
Right, I'm halfway mark. That's right. Thank you so much. You beat me lawful. Oh, excuse me. All right. Okay, give me that check for me.
Is there any way to give myself advantage over this?
What was your roll last time?
What did I roll last time?
Yeah,
I don't know because that was a while ago.
it was a while ago.
I also don't mark them on completed paintings. Once I do it, I just take the title and put it to painting, and then the title of the painting. Once I know it's completed. And if you give them a ranking, I put the ranking next to it.
All right. So, I'd say
If you're curious how I do it, I can explain to you how I would make it an advantage.
go ahead and give me what you would want to do with that.
I would want to use minor illusion to effectively stencil my drawing, so that way I could have an illusion on the canvas to make sure that I stay within the marks from the plan I had in my mind.
Okay.
Oh,
And
because
I'll actually add to that
okay.
by saying that since you have those extra 4 days, you would be very meticulous. So go ahead and roll it for me with advantage.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's do that. Check for painting.
Yeah.
Cool. What was the DC? Because I think that it goes up with the rarity of it.
Yes, it does. I believe I have the DC set up here.
It was a rare, from what you told me, based off of the 80-day
Right.
duration.
For the rare, it is 15 or higher.
15 or higher. Okay, so we got one pass.
You met it. You met
Cool.
it, yeah.
1 out of 2. My downtime activity task is done.
Alright. Alright. Ripley, do you have a downtime activity you'd like to partake in?
Trying to think. Oh, I can try and do well. I could try and do like a crime stuff, like like small robberies.
Okay. Who you
But
wanna rob, buddy?
if not, actually no, that's not a good idea because I don't want to cause more of a attraction at the moment. So, uh, not tomorrow. I'm not too sure. I can try to gamble if I want to.
No. Um, look, during this time, let's say you'd be able to pass from place to place. So yeah, you'd probably be able to manage to stop by like, Mail Nest or Septilot and manage to find yourself a spot to gamble at.
All right. Let's see. We'll just do this simple because we're doing this from the whole downtime activities thing, right?
Yeah, it'll just be a part of your downtime activity.
Uh, since it's that, I know I had to if that's the same. Wait, are we doing the same thing what therapy has or nah?
Not like his, no. I think this is just going to be more like a. We can say that you can. Does anyone have any cards actually?
I got cards.
Deck of cards.
I got a deck of cards.
Odrin has a deck of cards. Odrin.
Yes.
Odrin has a deck of cards.
Yes.
Why?
Because he just likes having things on him to keep him crazy.
What fucking weirdo?
Look, when you're an old fucking man, you get bored sometimes. And hey, sometimes it's nice to just have cards, but you can just fucking.
Okay. I'd say that Odrin, after a while of writing notes about the blueprint and trying to find out a kind of schematic to see if you can figure
It
something.
is fucking gibberish.
It is all gibberish.
Anywhere they are, he'll lay out his papers. They've been stapled. They've been tied. It's like, remember in How to Train Your Dragons 2 when Hiccup has that book that he folds and it gets everywhere? It's like that, but worse. A little unhinged. One might say a troubled man.
He's old. I'd say after you just like, okay, I have to step away from this, and you step out. Um, how would you incorporate this deck of cards? Like, do you think you
Notes.
pull? No, just how would you pull out the deck of cards and start playing with them?
They're just.
Something that way that Ripley can see them.
Oh, okay. I think he likes to just set them out so he just do that with them. Just kind of like.
Oh, just like the
Let him
like
drop.
make that noise.
Yeah, where he just like pulls up the deck and like lets it drop them by one if it gets so.
Shuffles
Yeah,
them.
that kind of. Yeah, that's pretty.
He just kind of like lifts up the pack and drops them slowly to
kind of like what
makes
people
that.
do at chips.
Yeah, kind of like how people like
instead
that
of
kind of
clap.
slow drop.
Like sort of
Kind
like putting up the corner and like just like to that hear that noise.
A bit, yeah. Just like making
He
that.
doesn't really have a fidget spinner on hand.
Yeah, it's just kind of like that for him. He's autistic.
Thanks.
Just kind of does that just to distract himself. And Ripley, I think you've noticed, and you're thinking about wanting to get a little bit better at gambling, especially with how Talbot's been stealing the light lately. And if you wanted to, you could bring up a conversation with Odrin over here about maybe giving some gambling a practice. On my elbow.
How did you do that?
No, no.
I do want to practice that. So I just go to Odrin and just wait. He knows. Wait, he knows. Wait, he's
He has
experienced
a
in
deck of
gambling.
cards. He just has a deck of cards.
Okay, so she would notice that, and she would just go to Odrin and be like, "So I know. So I know she have. I know she have cards, right?
Yes. They're a incomplete deck. It's missing a few cards.
Oh, even with like a incomplete deck, will you teach me how it
How
works, or
to use
how to
cards.
yes, cards in general.
But I don't know a little bit of blackjack.
There's 4 factions. Hearts, diamonds, clovers, spade. Each one will have a king, queen, and a gesture. And each one will also be followed up with an ace. Ace counts as 1 or may count as 10, depending on it, or 12. Usually it runs between 1 through 10, 1 through 12 cards. I'm missing a few cards. Imagine these factions are at war. A lot of my cards are fucking dead. Like the Queen of Diamonds. I don't have that.
And think we could find like another copy of that, or that's just gonna be hard, or that's gonna be hard to find.
Where are we right now? Where are we?
Um,
Uh,
we're we're in the capital of light.
We're on our way to
Okay.
Yurtawal.
Yeah, well,
uh,
we're on our way to the wall.
Where's the nearest town?
I'd say at this point, you guys are maybe a day or two off from Septilot.
Sephiroth. When we get there, we can invest in getting a new proper deck of cards for you. I can't promise I could teach you too much. I just know the
The
basics.
the basics will be nice.
More of a
If you
board
teach me the
game person,
basics,
maybe.
if you teach me the basics, I'll do what I can to to learn. So I think that would be enough.
Aldrin's over here. He's more into bingo than anything.
I don't.
Man, Mange really likes his Scrabble and Yahtzee. Yeah. I'd say definitely during the moment of time where you guys are at Septilot, you would be able to, um, go there and I'd say like a pack of like a deck of cards is like 2 copper.
Yeah.
It's like atrociously cheap.
Hand them just a gold piece and go.
Thank you. Sweet.
And I go
Here you
find
are.
somewhere to send my letters.
Oh yeah, sure. I'd say Septilot, since they're being so close to the capital of light, they probably have a small messenger post with birds and things. So you'd go there and you tell them where to send it, and they'd just be like, uh, "Writing looks really angry on the front of the letter. You good guy?"
I am very good once these letters get like sent off.
All right. Well, it's gonna be 3 letters going to 3 different places. That's probably gonna be probably like a gold per bird, so 3 gold.
Okay, 3 gold.
Alright, they should arrive within 5 to 6 business days.
Oh yeah, I also should. I also read a letter to Wolf telling him I'm still alive.
Alright, that's gonna be an extra gold piece then.
Just like a very sweet one.
It's a sweet one.
It's
Like,
a little sweeter one, and
like
sweeter
one
and
is
awkward
in
one.
like mostly bold, italicized handwriting. This one's in very pretty cursive.
Yeah.
Casey, you're giving me a very scary face. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know if I'm worried about it.
Continue. Let me know when it's a scene between me and I.
What?
Let me know when it's just me and I.
Okay. Scared.
It's very pretty writing, mostly just updating him on what's been going on.
Terrified.
As you should. You get those sent out, and they go off in their respective directions. It seems like, from what it looks like, they're going to be sending the letter when you bring up like a newspaper that might end up picking it up. They decide to send it to a specific town. Let me find the town.
I just want to send it to the one in the capital of light.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. They said they. I was gonna look at the specific one I chose. It was either gonna be Rosenlock or the Capital of Light. The Capital of Light works.
Yep.
Yeah. They'd send it
I'll
there.
send it to Rosenloft.
Okay. So you're sending one to the Rose. One is being sent to the Rosenlocks newspaper known as the Rose News, and the one being sent to the Capital of Light is going to be the Ice Report.
To both.
All right, that's gonna be an extra whole piece.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm making sure that this gets published.
All right, 5 to 6 business days. It'll get there. And if it don't, we don't do refunds.
Oh, don't worry. I assumed that I'm not really expecting responses much from these letters.
Another way. Pleasure doing business.
Great. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna go find another history book about centaurs.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me investigation whilst others do their thing. Before we get on to the scary thing that's probably going to happen between Odrin and Ripley, because Casey's making a very terrifying face. Timberpelt and Lonnie, what do you guys want to do?
So.
Took you a while to come up with that one, didn't you?
No, it took me a while to type it. Didn't take me a while to come up with it.
Alright.
So who are the two people you're asking, me and who else?
Timberpelt.
Yeah.
Cool, you go first. I don't wanna.
All Timberpelt, spotlight's on you.
I know. I'm trying to remember where we are. So after making everything, where are we?
You guys are currently in Septalot. This is kind of like a midpoint between everything.
Okay. Oh. Take this time to just properly relax, I guess.
Alright. And Lonnie?
What major landmarks are in this environment?
Let's see.
I will be right back. I'm gonna get some drink again.
Major landmarks, not too much. There's a large mountain nearby, but it's just pretty plain. Most of the time there's just goats on it. And, it is... Let's see. There's also the, decently sized, not really, mansion, but just a very large, kind of like home that, those who are in need kind of stay at. Although most of the time it's pretty much just a giant homeless shelter. And then there is a very tall kind of castle O- Odrind. There's a very tall castle-esque like tower called the Old Mill that just kind of stands there. It's not really used for much. It just kind of is there.
What about within within the town?
Um, I'd say the most like landmarky thing is the barn. It's the like other than the old mill and the homeless shelter essentially. The bar is pretty much the next biggest building, and is pretty much where everyone goes most days, other than the small shops that surround it. But that is the most prevalent thing.
I am back.
Welcome.
Okay. Can I just spend the remainder of my time? How long are we gonna be in this area right here?
Until the next trolley comes by after your brief break, and everyone is feels refreshed and ready to move on from Subplot.
So we don't have a duration yet.
Not entirely. It's kind of just it ends when you guys are like, okay, we're done in Subplot.
Okay.
Did I find any more like centaur books? I think centaur history books or anatomy books.
I'd say with a 16, you would probably be able to find just one, but it's like a kid's book and it's really cute.
Aw.
It's like, centaurs are big. They're like horses, but not. If you meet one, be nice. Be nice back. Give him a carrot. But hold your hand out flat. Otherwise, he'll try to eat your fingers. Tee-hee.
I'm not sure if I like the fact that they're promoting stereotypes. Alright, I'm gonna buy this book and also review this one.
Alright.
And also write letters and letters to the author.
Okay. This one just seems to be just a woman by the name of like Clara Spell.
And this is not an angry letter, it's just like light criticism.
At the end of it all, it's just like, but remember, they're still people, so be kind.
He's like a little bit of like criticism about the stereotypes and stuff, even as jokes.
Yeah.
That they can be harmful. And signed it anonymous.
Eventually, it's gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy? Just sending letters about fucking horses and centaurs. Like, God. Is this an issue? Is it an issue?
An anonymous centaur.
Anonymous centaur.
And yeah, in the first letters, he did clarify that he was a centaur and like knew that he was talking about from personal frickin' experience.
It's like, hello, I don't have a secret vagina.
I don't have a secret birth canal in my chest where my heart's supposed to be.
That would look
Like, how
pretty
the fuck would
weird.
that even
I do.
work?
What do you mean? I can show you if you want me to.
Sure, yeah.
She'll use minor illusion, which can do both sound and visual, and like have it be this like gaping kind of like sideways mouth that seems like it's the perfect width to be able to spit out a child.
I think Rose gonna like wiggle her finger on it.
This is my worst, Lonnie. This is like one of my worst fucking fears. Please stop. Now.
Like,
Okay, instead of
I fit my whole fist in that.
And instead of Lonnie responding, the mouth will say, "Okay, I'll stop."
Let's have fun with that. Come on.
Lonnie, I think you've given me a new horror to have nightmares about.
Oh, look, it's on your stomach too.
Yeah, like how would we expel like the child, like a child, like through that area? Those are where like all lungs and heart are. Do you know how big
Yeah, so
our infants
Well,
are?
that's where the egg
We
comes
carry
from.
them for
See
11
what happens,
months.
hon, is what happens is whenever it happens, right? There's an egg that comes out of this really small that gets bigger. So that's what happens. That's I think that's what he's trying to say. Is an
it
egg that
actually
comes
like
out of you.
pushes your lungs and heart out of the way and pushes them up like kind of into your throat and shoulders to give way for the birthing canal in your lower abdomen.
Yeah, it brings whole new meaning to the heart in your throat, you know?
How the fuck does that even work? This is not it.
It's called science, doll. You can't really help that. Don't worry. Here, hold on. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. And Rose gonna use disguise self to she's going to essentially use it to make themselves look like a centaur, and it's gonna have that weird mouth thing. I was like, see, look, there it is, you know?
I once had to help a person give birth, and that's not what happened.
You sure? You
Yes.
probably just weren't looking.
I was literally the one holding her legs open, and told them I saw the feet coming out.
That's kind of disturbing.
What the fuck?
I don't really
Yes.
like kids.
Well, yeah, because you have like, I'm pretty sure horses like come out like feet first, right?
Yes.
Yep.
That's me talking. Yes. I believe they do. They're supposed to. If they come out head first, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come
exactly.
out,
So they come out feet first. Oh, you don't haven't even met the weirdest part about it. It's just like when we're born, we have like these little like feather like things that are like feathers on our hooves, like tufts of like fur, so that we don't like because we had them, but they fall off soon after.
I feel like Rose got this really disgusted look on her face. This kind of affirms my thing. I don't want a child.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna have a centaur baby, but
I just don't want a baby in general. That sounds really gross. Turn off the disguise. I was like,
yeah, you definitely don't want a centaur baby. We stay in like the thing for like 11 months.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 months is already fucking pushing it, but 11? That's nearly a year.
Yeah.
Pushing it through your chest cavity.
I know.
Which
What
is
a
why
fucking
pushing
shame.
it through the chest cavity seems kind of weird to me.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. That mouth actually forms because it's a child trying to communicate with you.
It's going,
So
hello,
basically,
mother. I love you.
yeah, we're already like way too big for that area.
It's gonna centaur your chest open.
Yeah,
That was kind of bad.
Thank you.
it would really rip the mother's heart out.
I mean, at least, you know, the kid's a heartbreaker. Anyways, where'd that snake and the big man with the mask go?
I have no
That's
clue.
definitely totally not the fucking ruler of these lanes, apparently. Ripley and Odrin. What are you up to?
Yep.
I'm currently unboxing a pack of cards and just talking about what cards are. Just giving a way too long of a history lesson on cards.
I want to so badly be an asshole and say, Ripley, roll me a Constitution save and I'll fall asleep. It's so long-winded and I'm so sleepy.
Like as he's unpacking them, it's just like, uh, have you ever played cards before?
just a bit, but I never had enough time to play cards with the with the folks I used to play with back in Ashen.
Why do you insist on learning how to use it now? Why the interest?
It's more like it's more like how I say it. It's more like I want to get into the whole gambling since I have been seeing our other friend getting into it often, and I
Also,
want to try my
quietly
luck on it.
remembering King's light gambling addiction. Just the lightest addiction.
It's more like I want to develop something while we're just passing by. Am I kind of useful? Am I not? But I
Why
can't
to
wait to
entertain
develop it.
yourself? That is the least that you need.
Yeah, just
Simple things
entertainment.
about the deck of cards is that, again, there's the king, queen, uh, jester, joker. We usually take the jokers out. Sorry. Card's stuck in this thing. I need to dig it out. They
I'll
always make
take your
these
time.
passive cards pull. It's always so. He's gonna like set. He's just gonna like drop the box. And he's gonna like stare at nothing.
So you can open it.
We need to get your joke over. We need to get your gesture. She's
Hey,
stuck.
what?
We need to take her out.
What are you on
One
about?
moment. We need to find the library now.
Like right now?
Yes, right now. We need to find. We need research.
Okay. Well, how
What's
about
going through
we?
your mind? Oh, sorry, Rip.
Oh, that's good. If that's something we want to, if that's something we need to go, we'll definitely add that to the list of things we need to do. But all right,
He's just
if that
gonna.
would help us, I'm okay with that.
He's just gonna take like whatever cards he pulled out of the thing and just hand it over to Ripley as they walk out.
What the fuck just happened?
What's going through your mind right now?
The blueprints that he's been looking over and hoping to find a secret entrance or any sort of scaffolding or side doors. None of it's there. But he really hates that. He hates it when something is stuck in another. It's like how a card can get just stuck in the packaging it was meant to come in. So now he
Hmm.
wants to get it out.
What's sort of
He wants to dig out. He wants a way into the place. Like Fiona takes his bare hands, and now he wants to find a way to dig it out. And the best thing he knows that can dig is a creature known as an Umber. And he wants to know where he can find one.
You want to look for an Umber Hulk?
An Umber.
Oh Jesus!
What do you think is it?
May have the DM or or whatever gods that's watching over us have mercy on our souls.
Are you telling me right now, in order to break into a prison, you want to get your hands on, and I'm bracing myself, an Umber Hulk?
Legends say an Umber Hulk can dig through anything.
An
Motherfucker!
Umber Hulk.
Motherfucker kind of his brain just sparks. Actually, that's actually not that bad of an idea. The question is, how the fuck are we supposed to tame a fucking Umber Hulk?
We're not going to tame one, Ripley. I'm a
How the
man of engineering and science. If it won't bend to the whim of a ranger or an animal tamer, I will rip away what it uses so well.
Jesus
I
Christ, but we're
want to
just going.
dig my bare hands through that prison.
Jesus Christ, but we were like earlier we were just talking about deck of cards and all that, and then we're just actually you know what? You know what? At least this is development.
Think
At
of it
least
like
we.
this. This is our ace in the hole.
Jeez.
No one ever expects someone to just dig. No one expects to just go in there.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
We're gonna Shawshank
Alright.
Redemption this thing.
Okay, so okay, so okay, there goes our goal. How about where do we find one? That's the question.
That's what the library's for. I've heard of them
Okay.
in legend and text. I need to know where. I assume underground.
Well, then the library it is then. We'll add that to one of our stops.
I'm
There's not a
assuming they would be
library
somewhere.
here.
There's none?
No.
No, and we're in a small town.
You are planning, however, on going to the capital of light, which you know does have a library in it,
Hold on.
as well as the
Ripley,
Blackbird's Nest.
Ripley, I need a map. Show me the map.
You have a map.
Uh, you have a map. Wait, I thought we already passed the light.
No, you have not passed the capital of light yet. You are still in, the name I forgot. Septalot.
Jesus Christ, I thought we were there.
Nope.
I
Fuck.
know the most I know for Number Hulk is that they are big monsters that can dig through anything. Could I roll anything to see if I can recall any information?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Just the machinations of my youth come to me. The schizophrenia needs to take sidecar for a moment. I need to know things. You said history?
Yeah. Alright, your machinations are making you remember something. So, from what you remember, they are from deep beneath the earth. They go to caves, dungeons, or underdark settlements in search of food. And they use sort of like a mind scrambler kind of thing. They can burrow through solid rock, forming tunnels, as well as can withstand cave-ins. They usually like to lie in wait for creatures to pass by. They have hair-like feelers, sensing movement around it, and it's a very sturdy motherfucker.
Can I recall what it mainly ate?
What it ate.
Yes.
Let's see. So usually when I see something like in search of food, especially looking for settlements, I think it just kind of eats anything it can get its hands on that is edible.
By the way, I do know a lot about the Umbrella. Like Casey had a game. Knows a lot of them.
Uh-huh.
They like worms. Big ones.
Anything edible.
Yeah.
Which includes worms.
Yeah.
But I'd say since Odrin isn't Casey.
Yeah, fair. What does Ocean know?
There's not too much information about the Umber Hulk that you would have probably gotten your hands on, but you do know that they do like to num.
They like to eat the underground they can dig.
So while you guys talk about this, I have to go to the back.
Oh no. If we can get the others, we can hunt for such things. Those things have to be in our lands. They wouldn't speak of them if they weren't. Would die. What's in the light dies in the light. Old saying. Why would they know about these things if they're not here? Legends say they can dig through anything. We just need to abuse that power. If we can't sneak inside, we just allow ourselves in.
That's. Actually, I have no words.
What was that?
I will be right back.
Oh, okay.
Just wasn't expecting that.
Sorry.
You're good. You're fine. Well, at least we have an idea. It's just more like we have to prepare ourselves if we're gonna encounter one.
With the amount of us, I think we have a good bet.
Because they aren't no fucking pushovers.
How much do you know of them?
I only heard like just like stories from the crew, and also I think my father also have fought some. Well, I think if I remember correctly, I remember a story that him and his I'm not sure if he was there, but I remember him recalled that one of his companions were forced into some sort of like a underground arena, and they had to go fight they had to fight like some sort of like a giant bug creature. I think it was like an Umberhold. But I don't yeah, I wasn't told much of the detail, like what can it do and all that. All I know is that they are big fuckers, and I hope we come up with a plan or strategy to deal with them.
We should be able to kill them.
I'll do the best I can to keep. I'll do the best I can to hurt it as much as possible. Not to very quick. Is there a reason why we're going to the capital LA again?
We need to get the water breathing potion.
Why do we need a water breathing potion?
Because we are planning on going to the lake, right?
Yeah, we're going. We need it for Ro. If she's coming with us. If they're coming with us.
We need to go underneath the lake. Are we going underneath or?
I am back.
It just said that it was in the lake.
Oh, it's in the lake. Okay.
Yeah, she has suddenly appeared beside, like, I found you guys.
We've met up.
And we're just go and wait. We know where we. Sorry. And we know where we're gonna get the potion, right?
Ash was gonna ask Wolf for assistance in that.
Yeah. Oh, him. Why him?
Why not? Ash is just like, why not?
I forgot why I agreed to go to the light or the capital.
Because we're going to Yurtawal next.
I know, it's just Wolf.
Who's Wolf?
An asshole.
He's hot.
And an asshole.
Does he
He's
have
not
a
that
cute
much of an
picture?
asshole.
Between you, elaborate. Who is Wolf? What can he do? Is he an ally?
He's our employer, basically.
Does he also want the safety of your friend within the prison?
No, I don't think he does.
Yeah, he doesn't really
I
care
don't
about
think
that.
I don't think he gives a shit. Even though he did came from he came from the fucking same ship.
Yeah,
We don't.
yeah, both him and again came from the same ship. I think he's more concerned with like getting his shop up and running though.
I have good faith that your friend's going to be fine for now. But we have to move quickly. I'd recommend we commandeer one of the trolleys. I'm tired of the fast pace. There has to be a quicker way.
I mean, that's what we've been doing the entire time, right?
Yeah.
We have been taking the trolleys.
No, we need a better trolley.
Do you want to make one?
We don't have to make one from scratch. I just recommend altering it. Magic is a very powerful thing. All it needs is a stronger battery.
Okay, but how are we gonna go against the entire trolley system and let them have us a trolley?
Right.
Or even if we steal it.
Last we need is more crime. Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I was saying that if that was your plan, that would be a very bad one because it would be very obvious.
We'll probably get more information if we go to the Wizard's Tower because I feel like they might have more interesting spells, some more interesting trinkets that will help us with our pace.
The Wizard's Tower? Who is that? Is that another
Lonnie's thing.
Nice thing.
Yes, but also there's a library in the capital of Light. And we've been waiting a while to do Foamy's thing.
How are we doing?
From the direction of Yurtawal.
I hope I hope that will be faster.
Financially, how are you all doing?
Well, let's take the time to head towards the capital so we can get that shit done.
Yeah.
Well, money-wise, how are we good with gold? How much do we have?
I think I'm good with mine.
I'm good.
How much?
I have like
I'm not comfortable with telling anyone how much money I have on me.
I have a whopping 47 silver.
This is a discussion. Timberpelt will chime in with 137.
I have what Timberpelt has.
I have 117.
Then we should definitely abuse that resource. We're going to a wizard's tower. They have things that will help. Things that can help us fight whatever's in that prison.
Let's add to the list of. We're definitely going there. First things first. Capital, Yellowwall, the lake, and hopefully the tower.
So are we going to the capital first or Yurtawal first?
Well,
which one's closest?
I don't.
Yurtawal.
I think. Well, depends on where Yurtawal. Isn't Yurtawal like right here?
Yes, Yurtawal is right there. Yep. It is right there. So it is very much closer.
Okay, so yeah, let's go to Yurtawal first.
Yurtawal. Right.
Wait, if I remember correctly, do we have like connections at the at how's like the black market people at Yellowwall?
No, we have connections with the black market people in the capital of Light.
But you do also, those who went there do know about the Blackbird's Nest that is in Yurtawal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's also one in Yurtawal as well.
That is where you learned about the people of Voxhaven.
Yeah, and that's also Cider. Cider's hiding there, I believe.
Yeah, and that's where we're going.
Was hiding there.
But I feel like we might get information there, so hopefully they might give us useful information. I'm sorry, I'm just not
Oh.
excited to look for Wolf.
Yeah, and also,
I mean, you go ahead and find Wolf, but I'm gonna be behind that.
I mean, he saved my life multiple times.
Not the best
I mean,
connection with.
you have your, your reason with him, but me, I'm just gonna stay out of it.
That's fair.
But yeah, then we're heading to your level then. And while we are on our way, I'll do the best I can to fill it with these cards and see if I get used to them.
I will give you more
No, you're
assistance
fine.
with the cards.
It's all good. I am ready to
I-
proceed. Oh, sorry.
With cards. Hmm.
Allie, Gally,
I'm here.
you good?
Yeah, you guys are ready to go?
Yeah.
Hey,
After
Ash just gonna buy some more makeup first.
all right.
worry about makeup.
I'd say you can spend probably 5 gold to get like a refill.
To get like good makeup.
Get good makeup. This place isn't actually trying to scam you.
Yes.
She should not be named.
This is like, oh my god, yeah, look pretty girl. Yes, queen.
She shall not be
This shade
named.
of blush would look so good on you.
I am a king. Excuse you, I
Queen,
am a
king,
king.
I don't care. You slay.
Alright, thank you. Thank you.
Slay, queen.
But terms, I do care, so get the terms right.
You got it.
You said there's a wizard tower in what town?
Lonnie?
The Wizard Town is in the, I think, Opalwood Forest.
Opalwood Forest.
I love how Odin is slightly over exaggerating the wizard's tower.
How
I don't think it's actually been explained to him what the wizard's tower is.
is it not home to a wizard?
This is just me talking, so.
Okay. Lonnie, please explain the wizard tower
It's
thing.
a tower for a wizard, and it's mine now.
I mean,
Oh,
we might
yeah.
Because
find
I'm a wizard.
Oh yeah, she has a deed to the wizard tower.
So there's no actual wizard.
There will be.
No.
Plan B does not exist here.
I mean,
Oh, we might
there
find
could be
something there.
Plan
leftover
B
books.
is. God, I hope Plan B is at least salvageable. Because if Umber Hulks are far too distant from where we are, Portable Hull is next.
You had one of those. Now it's gone.
What the fuck happened to that?
Charlie
Charlie
took it.
left with it.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, Talbot tried to steal it, successfully did, and then she realized it was gone, and there was a brief moment where they were about to throw hands until everyone was like, just let Charlie leave with it. And Talbot was like, I'm so tempted to just hunt her down and kill her.
That would. Yeah, actually, I don't want to go see that person again.
I have made plans. Blueprints, not good, but decent. First plan, we tunnel in. No one would expect that. Plan 2, in case it'd be easier to find the magical arcane books and texts and tools, we could just make our own portable hole. Staple it or nail it to the underside of a carriage that would move their supplies and just kind of sneak in. That'll just staple it to plywood and just have someone throw it over. And hopefully let it work.
You
Does
definitely sound like you're having fun.
Does anyone know
I'm not having fun. I'm going mad.
Does
I
anyone,
haven't slept in 3 days.
does anyone know how what's it called? I'm just messing with the water.
What?
The water condensation.
Oh.
Does anyone? I don't think anyone really knows how White Gulch works.
No, we don't.
Do you know how White Gulch works?
It's kind of just a torture thing.
I mean, getting in,
Basically,
like normally.
we like get like collars in our throats and shit like that.
Okay. So, there is something known as the. If you'll note the very top left-hand side, there is a key to tell you what the different stamps mean. There is something known as the restricted crossing. This is where those who have access, trolleys will be what enters into White Gulch. And the only thing that enters into White Gulch. There is always a perimeter that is fully covered to make sure that no one can enter the area. The trolley is the only thing allowed in or out. There are 2 towers with guards always posted that make sure to check if they have their that they have everything on hand, that every new like comer for White Gulch is accounted for, as well as making sure that every part of it is secure. But there is always a chance that something could get passed through.
Both my plans will definitely work.
Yeah, I'm just noting it's not like a carriage situation.
Okay, my bad.
Or you can throw a piece of wood.
We could throw a piece of wood, technically. Big enough bird. If birds can carry coconuts over into a European state, birds can definitely carry plywood with the hole in it.
I like your creativity, so I'm definitely not going to curb stomp it.
Thank you. I would just get like a giant. Giants could throw real fucking far.
I mean, there is the chance of getting a giant, but you need a specific player character for that, and he is not here.
There are dog sleds. A lot of snow over there. A lot of forest down towards the south. Mountain range. Fuck, mountain range is the closest. It'll be a hell of a walk. Hell of a hike. But wait, closer.
I am ready to proceed.
While you're coming up with all sorts of things and doodly bibs to do, you guys make your way back onto the oncoming trolley and head towards the city of Yurtlewall, where you arrive after your 20-day venture towards it.
Right.
We
So, how is the May? Once we get in there, will we? Actually, no. Actually, we're gonna. Do we see anyone at the moment?
So entering into Yurtlewall, from what you can tell, it seems fairly a lot nicer, a lot more kempt. As from, I'm trying to wipe it
Sorry,
off.
I'm sorry.
It's
No,
wet.
I was trying to take care of it. My bad. I didn't mean for my drink to spill.
No, it was just wet from condensation. That's all I was doing.
My bad. I was just
Bruh.
apologizing. I'm sorry. I felt bad that I got water on your desk. Fuck.
He's sorry that he's sorry.
I'm sorry for making a mess. My bad. I'm an asshole.
I'm gonna. Well, like
It looks nicer.
Yeah, Ash is gonna pick up Lonnie and put him on his and put her on him. And it's just like, you're the queen, you're the ruler of this town, Lonnie. Remember that.
This is true.
You need a royal entrance.
Seems the mayor has been keeping things nice. I suppose.
You will notice there has been a slight increase in cats.
Oh no.
What is that? No. What does that mean? What did you do?
No. That's like just me going. Oh no.
There has been a slight increase in cats. Like just entering in, you can see like 3 of them scattering off, and then there's like quite a few of them around like the center fountain, There's one sitting on like there's like a statue that's like near the fountain of like a woman resting with her arms out, and there's a cat laying on one of the arms, another one on top of her head, and they're cats lounging. There are a lot more cats than you remember.
Ash is gonna
Well
search
then,
around for any cat cafes.
Sadly, doesn't seem to be any.
this whole
No!
town, this whole town is a cat cafe.
It's a cat community.
It's basically you go into a coffee shop and you can also spend time with the cats there that are also always
There is
there.
I promise you, there's probably a shop that is like that, but they didn't want there to be cats initially, but there are now cats.
Yes.
Alright. So, while this is happening, if I remember correctly, I'm gonna go. Well, will I call not a crime scene? I'm gonna go to that place, a house, not inside but outside the house, where that whole situation happened. Because if I remember correctly, that's where will they will meet.
I'm following Ripley.
Am I correct, right?
I believe so, yes.
Alright, they will go there.
What does everyone else want to do?
I'm gonna go watch the romance blossom.
It's more like trying to see one person, see how this person's doing.
Romance?
Yeah.
Who's getting romantic?
Ripley wants to
Ripley.
see how Cider is doing.
Who's Cider?
Well,
Cider,
eh.
the UNT, partial UNT girl,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shit.
the one with
Yeah.
lavender.
Why the fuck are they getting romantic? Didn't they have like a traumatic experience?
Yeah. That's what Ash has been saying.
It wasn't even
No,
a romantic experience. That's the funny
It's
part.
not. It's not even romantic. I just want to see how she's doing.
It was literally just like this, like, hey, I know how you feel. You and I were like kind of, I get you.
Oh, never
And
mind.
it's like,
That
yeah,
makes sense.
I appreciate your aid. Like, come see me again, whatever, And like, yeah, happily, sure. 4 months later, oh boy.
Oh no, that's us.
Timber
Well, it's because Lonnie saw into the memories and then like it was described as like having like a little bit of softer images around Cider and like
Well,
the
because
anime sparkle
okay,
thing.
okay, thing is, right? I was over exaggerating, but like a part of it was probably just because naturally Ripley had a soft spot because she knows what trauma looks like. So it's not even about the fact that it's romantic. It's there was a slight bit of misconception.
Yeah. Lonnie's just like, oh, she crushing on
Trauma bonding.
But
Just
let's
want to
not
see
make
how
it
she's doing.
toxic.
yeah,
Alright.
and Nash was also like, she just got out of a like very long term abusive relationship.
That I know.
Yeah, so it's
You
like
don't have to. That I know.
so now
Like
he's
I
just like, Ripley, you do anything, you pressured this woman.
I'm not pushing anyone.
I will reconsider our friendship.
Anyways,
I didn't pressure anyone.
Timberpelt and Odrin, what do you guys want to do?
Timberpelt is going to get some food
Nice.
as well as stock up on ration.
Library.
Yeah.
Researching the arcane and beasts.
Great. I do not remember how much rations are. Let me look that up real quick.
$11. I mean, like,
Only
come on, think about it in real life, honey. $11.
$1 jerky.
We're not getting
Okay,
turkey, that's
so
expensive.
rations are 5 silver pieces per.
only at a nearby 7-Eleven.
So each thing of rations is half a gold piece. as for Liberty, give me an investigation.
Laboratory.
Asher's gonna buy like 30 rations as well.
All right, that would be 15 gold then.
15 gold. Okay.
Ooh, quick maths, quick maths.
Quick maths, quick maths. Why is the loading slow? Is it showed up yet?
No, it hasn't shown me a roll yet.
Why?
Biblioteca.
So if I wanted to spend 30 gold, I would have to buy 60 rations?
30 gold. I think it would be 60, yeah, because each ration is half a gold. So it would be half of that amount. So it would be 60 if you wanted to pay 30 gold for it.
15.
Do that, I'll get 60 and then pay 30 gold. And then however much would be dinner. Or
Dinner?
lots of food. Food for the day besides rations.
Yeah. I'd say you can go to like a really well-known, one of the well-known taverns and get yourself a nice hearty platter for like 5 gold. Ooh. Oh, there we go. 15.
15.
I'd say you end up finding yourself like a decent sized library. Entering inside, you can see there are cats lounging, just kind of every which where. You like go to pull a book back to look at it. There's a cat behind it, just staring at you, just like a fluffy little black and white kitten, just kind of sitting there.
What?
He's not even listening.
Sorry, I was reading something. It
Um,
was about the guy who played Hellboy. He basically threatened someone's life, and in like a cool way.
which one? The 2019 one?
The original one. He basically
Oh, that's the 2019's the recent one.
no. Sorry, the old one. Someone made a mention where he has
Let's
like
not
two
talk about it.
sides. Sorry, I thought it was really cool.
No,
Okay.
you do find a library. It's a decent sized one. There are a lot of cats in it. And as you're kind of like looking through books, you pull one back and there's a little fluffy black and white kitten just staring at you. It's just like as you pull the book back, it was behind the book. Just kind of sitting there like meow.
Just gonna reach out toward it, see what happens.
It's just gonna kind of just sit there and it's like eyes are gonna do like a flicker, or it's like looking back and forth and looking at your hand, and its eyes are really fucking wide. And you just gently put your finger on its forehead and it's just like sitting there.
Just gonna grab it and just carry it with me in like the stack of books. Like,
It's just gonna sit on you, yeah.
and if that happens anymore,
This little fat kitten's just gonna sit on
I'm
your
just
shoulder.
collecting as many like books as I can about these things, or
Sure.
what I can find.
I'd say you find plenty of books. Not plenty, maybe like 7, 8 books on like underground monsters, underground, like uh, deep rock, mining stuff like that. And you'd be able to go through a lot of it. And there'd be some parts about Umber Hulks, but not too much, as it seems like they're not really seen a lot around here. There's one key instance, maybe like from what you're reading, quite a while ago during one of the previous king's eras, where it was during a large expedition in the Ulsterstrom Desert. There was a moment where they had unearthed what appeared to be uh, a old like kind of community, uh, kind of like civilization from the ground, which you had heard about before, some slight bits whenever it had come to the stone that they had actually uncovered after quite some time of digging. But that was one part of the civilization they had unturned, and at one point they had found a sort of like deep drop that went to a really destroyed mine, and they had a slight run-in with one that eventually ran off.
I also try to look for books that are about arcane stuff like portals and just general
say you'd find
teleportation.
I think you'd find one book on specifics about like artifacts relating to that, but there's not too much. There's like, yeah, these things exist, these are their properties, this is what they do. And you'll notice it's like there's a lot of varying detail, but there's a lot of moments where they're very specific, like they've worked with these kind of things specifically. At one point when you reach a part about something regarded as teleportation stones, it goes into key specifics talking about how when I had used these stones in particular, I had found myself quite enamored with the feeling of it. What you do essentially is it is a decently sized stone, and the reach seems to be just as far as you can see. However, your specifics have to be quite particular, because if you say something as vague as, I want to be over where that tree is, you might find yourself within that tree. But if you say, I want to be 2 feet away from the tree on the ground beside it, it would be a little bit more precise and kind to you. However, you have to be able to see it. It cannot be simply stated as, put me inside of that building, because it might put you inside of the wall of the building.
While he's doing that, she's got the blueprints for like the museum out, some books the blueprints of the prison, some books stacked up to be like the prison.
The kitten has also acted as a thing keeping the paper open, so it has just sat itself on the corner.
If there's any other cats that are just as like fucking like lobotomized as this one, he'll just grab those cats and use them as props.
One has taken heed to sit on your shoulder. At this point, it's this very tall Sphinx cat, like very long, and it's just like regal and just sitting on your shoulder, just with perfect balance. And as you're like looking over stuff, it like walks across your shoulders. You can barely notice it as it's just watching you.
Eventually, it's just like, okay, teleportation, good precision. In the south, there's a mountain range. How far is that? Map-wise, how far is the mountain range from the prison?
About that long.
A day.
Visually, that's going to be doubled because that is the length. That's how long it takes for a trolley to go there, but it's going to be doubled since it's by foot.
Right. I wonder if we're at the top of the mountain, could we see the prison?
It is fairly large, so yes, you would have sighted it.
We have a map of where the prison is. I have exact measurements of the prison. We don't need a portal. We just need to go out into the fucking woods and fucking teleport.
You have to find a teleportation stone first.
Where do we do that?
I will say this specific book that you found is a very personalized one by a specific author, one that you have not really seen. Like the rest of these seem to be specific publications, most of it being for civilians and whatnot, just those of keen interest. But this one seems to be more precise, like someone who has experimented with these things before.
What is the author?
The author's name is Clergio Aventus.
I'm gonna write that down. Clergio
Aventus.
What?
Clergio, Cler.
Sorry, it's loading super slow.
Oh, sorry.
It's because it's dying. Hold on.
I should probably grab your charger.
Text to myself. Clergio?
Clergio, Clergio Aventus. Aeve.
Aeve.
Ntus.
Ntus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to take just like my bag of holding, just slide everything into my bag. Just full table. Just...
Are you saying you're stealing books from the library?
How many people were in this library?
Not many, mostly cats.
Then yes, cats as well. They're like the back.
The Sphinx one is still sitting on your shoulder.
Okay. He's keeping as many of these lobotomized cats as possible. They're like
If I'm correct, if you put animals into a bag of
I'll have
holding,
it open. It's open.
hold on.
They're open. It's an open bag. He knows how a bag works.
Yeah.
He
I was
knows
about
how
to
the bag
say.
of holding works. No, he made this bag. He knows how it works. He's not gonna let them be. He's not gonna close it.
Bag of animal cemetery.
He's not doing that.
But like, superpowered, supernatural pet zombies.
Like
I like that
taking
one's
all of
answer.
the
Noah's
high
good answer.
cats.
I'm reading other ones. Hold on.
Smoking high hippie cats.
Why are they all so high? Why are they all like this?
Yes.
Gatitos.
Are they on meth?
They're on catnip.
What-
Yeah, if you leave the bag partially open, your being would be able to stay inside indefinitely, assuming they have food and drink and didn't poison their don't poison it with their biological waste.
I think like after the show, he's going to go find the librarian just immediately, just with that book about teleportation in hand. Just let me know if I find him.
Just the librarian's probably just up front.
It's gonna rock over and just step the book heavily on the just like I'm just.
Yeah, it's
I need to know this author. Does he come here often? Has he done book signings?
um
Do you know anything about this man?
from what I remember about this book when nobody had received it, it was a donation from somebody. I don't know the author specifically, however. It seems it was just something that they had on hand that they had decided to give to the library.
Do you have any books on the author? Is he famous?
Mm,
He made teleportation. I assume he would have some sort of autobiography or biography or.
I've never heard of the name myself. In fact, I actually don't remember if I've ever actually read this one. I just presumed this was experimentation by the author.
Do you sell spell scrolls here?
Don't really get my hands on that many, so I have like
Scroll a fine person. The one
No.
linked to an item.
definitely not.
Do you know where I can find one?
Not to any specifics. If you want something a little bit more grand, my suggestion is either going to the capital of light or heading off towards the Alabaster City, and perhaps even Triple Abbey might have what you're searching for. But Yodelwall isn't that well versed. We're more of a passing town we're more of a passing city than we are really a withholder of that kind of knowledge. That is the best answer I could probably give you.
Another question. Why so many cats?
When when Mayor Laney became mayor, not many people knew why she was chosen. It was just she was kind of the last one, and then we found out she was sort of a social recluse old woman with quite the collection
Why?
of cats.
So many cats.
They were all hers at one point, I suppose.
Every one of these cats around town. Why are they so.
I don't know, sir.
Christ.
Frankly, I have really bad cat allergies. And this is kind of doing awful for my sinuses.
I've already took care of like half the store for you.
Take every one of them.
I don't know. It's just leaving. How many cats do I got in my bag?
Probably with the amount that you put on there, probably like 10. And like I think after starting to walk and you looking down, you realize the Sphinx has left you, but the little black and white kitten that you thought you scooped into your bag has suddenly just appeared on your arm.
They're slowly crawling up like little bit.
Yeah, it's slowly like doing a shuffle up.
Just like just
You haven't seen its legs yet, thing is.
Oh.
You've only just seen the loaf. And it was just kind of skittering up your arm.
the whole time. Any cats that are climbing up him, he's just
You do that, right?
just shoving them into the bag.
And then as you lift your hand out, it's attached to your hand. The little black and white kitten.
Yes.
What was that reaction? Yes.
Yes.
Just M. Bison. Yes.
Min's gonna have some friends.
He needs
When I said "oh no," sorry. When I said "oh no," it's like, is this the origins of the big evil?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's just going to go find the others.
The black kitten is still stuck to you. Like you're moving and it's just attached to your arm, still scuttering up until eventually it hits your shoulder and it's just gonna sit there. And occasionally you feel a light flip of its tongue sticking on your cheek before going back. Just like every now and again, just blip.
What are the other cats doing?
They're just in there. This one's just persistent.
Occasionally, just constantly.
It's still gonna show up on you somehow. Little do you know, I just inserted a cursed black and white cat on you.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
For the hell of it.
Alright.
It's just this
Is
black
he
and white cat.
unkillable? Question mark.
You don't know.
Can he be?
Why do you want to kill a cat?
Well, I don't want to kill it. I just want to know if I put it under a hydraulic press, will it break the hydraulic press?
You have to do it to find out.
What kind of Schrodinger's cat experiment are we
Okay,
doing here?
So what would happen, right, is you would do it, and then you'd let it go, and it's gone, and suddenly it's on your shoulder again.
So you're telling
It's a
me?
magical cat.
So you're telling me what if we strapped if I taped like a knife on it, and I teleported somewhere, would it show up on me with that said knife?
It would. It's just gonna stay on you. If you put something on it, I don't know what to tell you. You can try that.
Someone else holding it, like what happens to that person?
Well, the person would eventually if they look away from it and look back down, the cat's gone.
Okay, what if the person was glued to it?
The cat would unstick itself somehow. This cat is ethereal. It is an eldritch being.
What if
Okay, enough about
What if it had a key in it that we can get inside of, and that key happens to lead to a super cool bedroom?
What?
This has gotten very
And
weird.
we can keep our paralyzed Frenchman in.
Listen, do not bring up Polnareff right now. I'm still fresh, okay? The wound is still fresh. I
Is
actually...
this a turtle cat? Is this cat?
No. Okay, see, I'm gonna tell you right this right now. I actually need to go get a thing of ibuprofen. I'm getting a headache.
What?
I'm not kidding. I need to get a thing.
What have I done? I had a long night, guys. I think I'm a little silly tonight.
You silly,
First
you
we get
silly
the ice
Billy.
cream, now this.
You silly Billy.
Honestly, I was hoping to find a loophole, so all we needed to do was have one person sneak in with said cat and let down the cat, and then we're all there. Just
Your powers are no use against me, you silly Billy.
Loopholes are always nice to use until they're used on you.
Min's is fully gonna adopt this cat as hers.
adopt what? It's going to Stowaway. I can't say
Yeah, but
this cat.
Mittens
Apparently
is
it's-
gonna, Mittens is
Is
just
it-
gonna be like, this is
it
my
has-
baby now.
Hold on.
My
it has a
baby.
nerd. Well, what about the other 9 cats?
You know
She's
how
probably gonna
badly
adopt
I
them
want
too.
to try and play into Coyote instincts here and just go, oh hey, you've brought in food along the way.
Oh no,
Don't
Talbot.
even.
But I would want that
Oh,
to
no.
just be a more
That's
of a
how we
role.
feed him to keep him safe, to keep him stable.
Feeding the werewolves cats. while they're in werewolf form. Huh.
What?
All right. Cats aside, um, Ripley.
Yes.
Uh, you
You
go
okay?
to the spot where you had told Cider you'd meet up with her at some point, and as you approach it, you realize as you're walking through the kind of what used to be kind of the slums of the area, it seems it's opened out a little bit more, and it's looking a lot nicer. Homes are seemingly being refurbished and looking nicer. It's sort of being reincorporated, but not the sort of way that um, Lavender wanted to do it. The way Lavender wanted to do it, she wanted to tear down the entirety of the slums and just build more. It seems with this part, they're sort of making like a new slums kind of thing, where it's nicer looking, there's more support going out to those that are there, and there
Yeah,
seems to be an increase. As well
no,
as
it's only
cats.
been 4 months.
As well as a
It's
lot of
been four
cats.
months.
A lot of cats. So many fucking cats. You
Where did
turn a
they get the
corner,
tiny
there's a
cats in
cat.
4 months?
You look up, there's so many cats. And
It's only been 4 months.
as you reach the spot and you look ahead, you can see there seems to be a small conglomerate of cats just kind of hanging out, and sort of like nearby it, petting one seems to be the person you were looking for, just quietly sitting there.
Cider?
She's just petting the cat.
He's gonna approach and see if Cider's okay.
She seems to be doing well. When you last saw her, her hair was a little bit more disheveled. She was wearing not as good looking clothes, but it seems now she's sporting a nicer looking loose black shirt uh with some nice not torn pants, um and some new shoes. Um sh from you last saw her, she had more of like a permanent kind of not scowl, but kind of just look to her face, but it seems to have softened. Um, Her hair is up in a ponytail. The still same signature hair tie around her head. And as you get closer, she kind of like jolts her head up and looks over, hearing your footsteps. Or not your footsteps, you're a snake. Hearing your slithers.
Where's Slytherin?
As she'll look up and just her face will seem to brighten as she'll just kind of give you a toothy little smile. Just, hey, you finally came back.
Yeah, finally I did. A lot has happened in 4 months, and
Yeah,
sorry it took a while.
it's fine. You gotta do your thing. I do my thing. You brought your friends too. Looks of it. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, they're.
Waves.
She's gonna look back and she will see.
Oh, this is the one with the
She was.
sparkles.
Waffles.
Shush, 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 shush. You don't know what you mean. We're
And
talking about cats. Or was one of the cats named
anyway,
Sparkles?
Meow.
Um,
speaking of cats, sorry. Speaking of cats, it's yeah, a lot has happened in 4 months, and yeah, it
oh
seems
yeah,
something a lot happened here.
yeah. Well, after the mayor was put into office, she kind of just started doing this thing apparently where she wanted where if there were any strays or anything, there would actually she put some funds into taking care of them, as well as she kind of had a large collection of cats we didn't know about.
Yeah, I was about to say where did all these cats came from.
I have no clue. They just kind of showed up and now they're here. But
They just
I don't mind them too
D-
much. They keep me warm at night.
didn't
I
didn't
mean, they
didn't the cats reproduce?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, fucking fluently. Yeah.
Hmm.
at least. Well, I mean, cats are nice, and at least they provide comfort and and happiness to folks. So I don't mind that. I just wasn't expecting that many here.
Yeah, it just
Actually,
kind
that's
of
not something I
a
expected to
month
see
after
here.
she started, getting everything together. Um, People noticed that a few of them started popping up here and there, and then the bill passed through where she was never going to start putting some funds into taking care of, well, not just the cats, but essentially what she wanted to do. Right? Is the bill specifically was about helping the homeless and the strays, and everyone thought that the strays meant like stray people, like people who were strayed and didn't know what they were doing with their life. No, she meant the strays. She's gonna hold
Gotcha.
up like a black cat, just like the strays, and they're getting fed properly. They have their own fucking cat house. Like seriously, there is a
Oh,
house for cats specifically, and
I
it's
know
already
Lonnie's.
overrun.
I know Lonnie's gonna love that.
I know where it
Cats are
is,
good
so
for
if you
you.
wanted to visit it,
Are these your cats?
well,
No.
no, that's just kind of it. I mean, I know a couple of them. Like there's Bubba Muffin and there's Spots. There's also Greya, Destroyer of Worlds, and Ignite, Seeker of Darkness. Well, that's kind of just a few ones.
Well,
Did they
well,
come?
they seem to be lovely cats.
Did you name them?
Yeah, I named a couple of them. Yeah,
Oh, actually, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you this way.
it's a nice change of pace from modern people. I faced a little bit of time in the Slimer, but they ultimately decided that I wasn't well, I did. Oh, I'm on probation technically. They have me doing a cleanup for the city, which I've been keeping up with. But I have a my office is pretty nice. She's actually the lady that runs the brothel around there.
Oh,
Yeah.
was wondering
She
about that.
she keeps an eye on me, and I just check up with her once a week. And everything usually tends to work out pretty nice. I have a job now, so I'm not broke.
Mm.
That's good.
Right.
Yeah, I'm on probation for another, let's see, 2 months. And Lavender is currently, she was sent to White Gulch actually.
Oh, oh.
Good.
The one near.
I mean, good, but holy shit.
I haven't heard anything
She's gonna,
about it
she's
other
gonna,
than that she was
she's
sent
gonna
there.
look back at Ash and be like, "Oh boy." She's gonna give her a look like, "Oh boy," if we see her.
She was sent at the one near, oh god, which one was it? Dawn Lake, I
Lake?
think? Yeah, Dawn Lake, yeah, near that one.
Oh, actually, we were plan. Wait, is that the same link we're planning on going?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
but we're not planning on going in the in the building, so
Okay, yeah, yeah, not the building. I mean, definitely not. But damn. Well,
well, if we ask, we can say we're visiting her.
ha ha ha. I don't think she'll appreciate that.
Yeah, the trial
I,
she didn't look so good. She
yeah.
kept asking me to tell them the truth and that it was on me, but I kept just remembering all the things she said and when she hit me and stuff. So I told
Like
her
I
to
said,
shove it up her own.
as you should,
Yes.
as you should.
Good job.
It was terrifying, but worth it.
I'm I'm glad to see that. Well, again, I'm sorry, but I'm glad to see that you're doing better. Way better than.
Yeah,
Wait, definitely way better than me.
yeah. Are you alright?
Ah.
You want to talk about any drinks?
Yes.
Alright.
No. Knowing me, yes, I will say yes to drinks.
Yeah. I know a good spot around here. It's not one of the bigger taverns. It's one of the smaller ones, but the guy that runs it's really nice.
We'll definitely check that one out.
Yeah.
Definitely need another drink after what happened.
I think Ash I think Ash then takes out Mittens and is just like, is there anything weird happening with Mittens like reaction to like everything?
I think when you how is Mittens around other cats?
I think Mittens is like very good around other cats.
I think like seeing the horde of them, she's gonna like wiggle her feet.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I just thought of something.
Hmm.
It is imagine I was gonna say, damn, it's nice to be in a town of like full of cats, and then I realized, oh my god, that's gonna imagine trying to sleep and all you hear is just fucking like cats just like hissing, just hissing and just like cats just fighting and other like loud like
You like
growling
hear the
and hissing.
sounds of like the
Making
female
babies.
cats trying to get boys. Occasionally you'll hear just like you will start hearing like the sound of like jazz music, and it's just everybody wants to be a cat. The cat's the only cat who
That's
knows where it's at.
Let's be honest. That's not all of the cats though. That's just the Aristocats.
That's literally just like a few of them. Just that okay, like there's like a small like few of them that for some reason break out into song, but it's like once a month.
Dang, they have much better periods than I have. Than me or Talbot.
Uh, yeah. Um, Cider and Ripley can definitely go to a small bar that she knows. Does Ash and Lonnie want to follow, or do they want to go to the cat house?
I would love to follow so that way I can make sure that in Ripley's vision when they're talking, little sparkles show up around her.
I will murder.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it think it was your idea though.
I'm
I
going to
will
the bar
murder.
to see if it's like now a cat cafe.
So the bar is relatively nice. It's one of the smaller ones, but it's still nice. Um, it's definitely improved from what you can tell. Like there seems to be the walls that have been fixed up a little bit. It's you can definitely tell too that the bartender up front seems to be a half orc man with big thick tusks with gold trimming around the tusks. He seems to be very happy, like he's loving the business, as there are quite a few people in there as you clamber in. And she heads up front with you, Ripley. Just, hey, Derek, can I get two over here, my regulars? And he's like, yeah, sure thing, there, son. The second one's free. As he'll load up a couple pints and slide them your way. I got
He's
the
just
drinks
gonna go with
covered for tonight.
Ash and Lonnie are just gonna go to a table or something.
Yeah,
That's
fine.
give them a bit of privacy.
Within the eye contact of Ripley.
Of course.
Yeah.
hmm
You
Yes,
can
of
find a
course, with an
relatively
eye contact.
I'm gonna
table
move
that's
to
taken.
whatever location he's like directly behind. Like she's directly behind Cider,
All right.
not Ripley.
All right.
So that way they can see my eye contact in the background.
That's gonna be a death flare, I swear.
Prolonged eye contact.
That's gonna
Meanwhile,
be a
Ash
death
is
flare.
just hanging out with his cat.
Well, she's definitely gonna take a swig of her drink. Definitely, just a quick swig.
So what's been going on with you?
Well, where do I fucking start?
At the beginning,
Um,
probably.
like the beginning, like how I got here, or the beginning, like since we like last we met, like when we.
I say last we met because that sounds like it's struggling. You seem like you're in a little bit more of a tad bit of a pickle than you were when we first met.
Before we were in the pickle, but yeah, now you say it that way, yeah. It's more of a pickle.
Allie,
Oh, it's more like, yeah, stress. fun of the shit that's been going on, and the whole idea of like, the whole fucking quote that that I keep hearing every fucking day of just
Let me guess,
born in the
live in the
yeah,
light, die in the light, yeah. Born in the light, die in it.
and it's just like I am not from the light. I mean, not from this fucking place. I am from fucking Ashen. I was born there,
Right, yeah,
and
you
I
know
will
that
die
people,
there.
right?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of nice things about them. Uh, Casey went real quick. Um, but I've heard a lot of good things about them actually. Uh, I know there's small bit of them that have been kind of helping with the economics around here. Uh, hmm,
yeah, we're all a bunch of good, and of course, there's some rich folks, but in the end, we're all just good, people from Ashton, and
yeah,
I'm missing there. I just did a fucking mistake of coming here,
I'm sorry.
and
One
no, no,
gives you
it's,
a
it's
thumbs up.
fine. It's as she's talking, she's just gonna give Ali more of like, hey, like really, hey, look, but she's gonna continue talking, saying, it's just I do, I do miss my family, and then just having it's just the whole idea of like, I don't mind adventuring, I love adventuring of like going to new places, like, seeing new shit, seeing new views, but I hate the idea of not saying goodbye and then
I get the
just
feeling, yeah.
burying them like that
Sometimes
because
it's hard.
it really is. I thought we are just going to sightsee the place a bit, and then all right, this is nice looking at this place. All right, let's go back home. But no, fucking the jackass of a king decided to kidnap my friend, which is which is the captain of the ship, and then have her in prison, and shit just makes everything just like
Damn.
more worse.
I think from what I heard, I'm not too knowledgeable. I haven't been living it long, but from what I heard, it's been ages since the last time people have visited, and I guess maybe the little saying might be a little bit too serious, you know. Um, that's my personal thought on it, at least.
I
Like,
mean, wait, were there like outside people? Like, we're not the only ones on the outside that came here?
oh, I can imagine, yeah. Like, if you're a continent that exists, there's always going to be a chance that somebody arrives on it. I mean, it's not like all of these people just happen to just live here on their own. Like, my theory, at least on it, and others have been that there was at one point it was a smaller civilization that never really spread it out until more came to populate it, and that's kind of the most I know about it. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, I was curious about that, but sorry for bringing that one up. It's just I'm also dealing with the whole thing of just also trying not to fuck things up because recently I have been, let's just say, just causing some problems without putting much thought into it.
I mean, I get it. I've caused my fair few problems.
And it's just like, am I actually like doing something? Like, am I doing something worth it? Am I contributing to the party? Am I doing shit?
Well, from when I last saw you, you seem to contribute quite a lot in my eyes. You helped calm me down. You, your whole group protected me, and in the end, you brought some justice. And I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that there's everyone contributes, even in the smallest of ways. So even if you feel like yours isn't big enough, you're at least giving, you know?
It's well, it's more like there's been moments where I have let you know let my emotions get the better of me, and then I just let it go one rampant, and sometimes some shit happens. There's been moments where I almost got the group killed because of my last decisions,
Well,
and it seems I kind of calm my temper down at moments.
how about this? As the honorary queen of bad decisions, how about I help you out a little bit? I can teach you some techniques to calm yourself down, and in return, you give me company. I like a good drinking partner. I haven't really had one in a while.
I would
Is
like that.
is Wani able to hear this conversation?
Give me a perception check.
Okay, great.
I mean, how can let me hear this? Because I will
No.
imagine all they hear is just like cat meowing.
There are other patrons currently speaking. I'd say you're
And
not really able to hear it.
Yeah, and Ash would have probably given like a what was specifically wanting to give Ripley privacy.
Not Lonnie, though.
Correct.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know, but like and Ash was deciding where they were sitting, except
And I
for
said I made sure I was in eye line, like
yeah,
direct eye
eye line,
contact.
I'd
eye
say
line, not
with an
earshot.
with an 11, you are not in earshot. You can see them, and you, Ripley. How would you describe your face in this moment?
Blushy.
you could how I describe it? Basically, you can see the face of she like before I mean you can tell that before you Ripley always have like a face of like like how is it like she's trying to keep like more like a confident or like a joke or like or happier side, but she's more like tense. But
Ah,
you can
yeah.
tell that she seems like relieved to hear, or she is like she looks relieved, or she looks you know like so basically you hit like I think I'm gonna say like surprise and a bit of happiness.
Hmm.
I think at this moment as well, that's when Cider would gently reach out to put her hand on your shoulder in like a comforting way. Uh, I want to note, by the way, she is having to. Actually, no, it's not going to be her hand. It's going to be her nub, because remember, she doesn't have
She
one
does not have
hand.
a hand. Yeah, I
She has.
remember
I
that.
believe she does have her left hand, but not her right. I will double check my art for that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's like, oh wait, she has a nub.
Hmm. Uh,
By the way, at that
it's her
moment,
left hand that is there, but her right hand is missing. I was correct. So while she's using her left hand to drink, she'll put her drink down to reach over and put her hand on your shoulder.
there you go. In roll 20 chat.
All right. And as you stare at her, and as she gives you a gentle smile, just out of pure friendly comfort, you do see a light bit of sparkling kind of envelop her, giving her like a little bit of a glow.
Um,
A-
Lonnie.
Ash, the prophecy has been fulfilled.
And from what you can tell as well, whatever this sparkling is kind of adds like a Snapchat effect where like there's a little bit on her cheeks for a moment before kind of like fluttering.
Well,
And
she
she kind of
noticed
like,
that if
yeah, she kind of like would kind of sprinkle her face up a bit, like there's something on my face. Feels
yeah,
tingly.
it's
How does she feel it? It's an illusion.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd say she'd see a little bit of it.
With the corner of her eye.
in the corner of her eye, and she's like, "Oh, what is that?"
Wait, she's gonna say, ignore that.
Well, um, in the office there, if you ever need comfort, um, hmm, I can't really leave the city right now either, so 'cause I'm still
To
under
be honest,
probation.
to be honest, I will love that right now.
Yeah, how long are you gonna be in town for?
To be honest, not long, but what, but I mean, at the moment, my group has plans, and we all have plans. She's gonna keep it down, so so no one doesn't sound like that she's crazy. But I mean, since we are trying to get our friend out, and we're doing the best we can to
Right.
do a bunch of stuff. But
Can I at least have you for tonight?
yeah, I mean, I will also consider. I mean, I will also consider for future. For future. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens because at the
Yeah,
moment, I also need to have a. Even though I love a virgin, but I want to have a break.
yeah. Well, my door's always open. That way you can take some time to relax. I do have a small, and when I mean small, I mean enough for like maybe 3 people. I do have a small smidgen of liquor in my place. So in case you wanted to relax a bit more. So we can take the time to help you out and we can talk over some things. I can give you some insight.
Yeah, I would like. I would love that. So, yeah, d- I'll I'll be down for tonight.
I was like, yeah.
And now let's just finish our drinks and enjoy this time.
Well, while we're drinking, I guess you can tell me what have you been up to other than the whole thing? Like, have you met anyone else?
Oh, we met a bunch
How's
of
the
people.
whole like? Wait, honestly, I haven't really been beyond Yoga Wall before. Like, I've been sort of in the surrounding like town, but that's about it.
Oh, where do I start with that? Well, me and my group we are adventurers and stuff. We have been. There's been moments where we face dangers. Like, well, I wasn't. Well, if you're gonna believe me on that, but I wasn't completely awake when this happened. But my group had encountered a dragon.
A dragon.
Yeah, and when I found out, that has to be the most terrifying experience because I, yeah, I don't want to, yeah, facing a dragon. No,
Honestly, I've only ever heard of those from like children's tales.
no, they're real. Even my family has has experienced with dragons.
Well, damn.
They're good.
I don't know what the hell's my family experienced other than oppression.
Yeah,
Well, damn, dragon though. What kind of dragon? Is it one of those like big blue ones or green ones, scaly?
if I remember correctly, we were at the at a desert, right? The
Are you
Yeah.
it
asking
was a
me?
desert. No, no, she's just trying to like get her head and like yeah, it was in the desert and it was a red dragon.
Well,
It
oh,
was
a red one.
and I
So,
heard that that we don't fuck with those.
yeah.
And somehow we
Normally,
kind of did.
I want
Oh,
to joke right now and say normally you gotta find a princess in there or something.
and I also remember actually before coming here, we also well when on our way here, um, we also did encounter a dragon wormling, and we had to deal with that situation.
Oh shit.
It was white,
All sorts of
and
fucking colors for these guys, aren't they?
different colors, but if I remember correctly, colors usually means like different like elements. They do something
So
different.
what would be like ice, I think, or the sky? Oh no, that makes no sense. All dragons can fly.
Yeah.
So ice. Red means fire. Green means leaf. Like grassy shit.
If I think that would mean like acidic acid.
Oh. I was thinking more yellow for that.
Or maybe poison. I mean, I've never encountered a green dragon. All we encountered was the white ones and the red, and the white one just spews out
Do
ice.
you think there's a pink one out there that spits bubblegum?
I
Or maybe
mean,
it makes you fall in love with something.
to be honest, after experiencing what I have been seeing on my adventures, that doesn't for some reason seem far fetched. That could probably be a reality.
That'd be neat.
I mean, wouldn't that be scary? No, would that be scary?
I feel like part of it would be scary, but I feel like the finding of it would be like exciting and thrilling.
So far, the dragons that I've met have been a threat. I haven't seen or met one that is good or that hasn't been or hasn't been I like aggressive.
I mean, maybe one day if I'm on, that'd be kind of fun. And if you do, give me a call. I will show up. I will pop up out of the blue, just so I can beat one because that would be so fun.
Call you from what?
I don't know. I'm just, I'm drunk.
Oh no, same.
Like I think as you like look down, you realize you're still like partial, like almost done with your full glass. She already has a second one she's on.
Oh no.
This is
I
the woman of your dreams.
oh no, I need to beat her. She's gonna finish the drink.
Ash is just gonna step in and just at this point, like I think he's been observing the whole thing. It's just like, all right, can we get some waters over here?
No, hold on. No.
No,
Ash,
boy.
we need to give them space. Ash, come back. We need to give them space. Lonnie's gonna stop her from getting up because we need to give them space. Let them get drunk.
Mm.
That thing I spit up. I
Lonnie.
spit up my fucking Dorito,
Lonnie.
motherfucker.
I spilled my Dorito.
It's okay.
That's a sentence. Oh my god.
And considering if Ash is a centaur and Lonnie is a gnome.
I'm gonna cast haste and then immediately dismiss it so she has the lethargic effect and she can't move. Until the target can't move or take actions until after its next turn.
Which is in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So for the briefest of 6 seconds, you feel the most lethargic you've ever felt in your life. And like your cat's just looking up at you like, Mom? Dad?
We should sit down, Ash.
Also,
It'll
if
be
you're gonna
worse
start trying
next
to drink
time.
ahead of her, I'm gonna need a constitution check. Or save.
Oh boy.
Give them space, Ash. It'll be worse next time, Ash.
I want to tell you right now, the moment you start catching up with her, and you've gotten 3 down you, you've realized she has stopped at 2.5, and she's just gonna kind of lay her head a little bit on the table, like, oh no, I'm almost done.
Oh, if you want to stop there,
Oh.
you need uh, do
Oh
you
no, wait,
want?
And
hold
this.
on. Hold on, she has advantage. I forgot because she's a fucking UNT.
Wait, does that mean I also get like
And so does
advantage?
It does mean you're
Ripley.
supposed to get advantage.
And so does
I just
Ripley.
learned this shit. What
Yeah,
the
because they have, you remember, you have immunity to poison.
And alcohol
And
is
Then-
alcohol
poison.
counts as a poison. So I just pulled it through as like getting advantage. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So this
So
entire time.
yeah, we could have done better.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You already rolled an 18, so you're fine. She rolled a 19 on her second roll.
Yeah.
So
I like to think Ripley's just been allowing themselves to get drunk.
Ripley just now realized, like,
Voluntarily
wait,
choosing to fail.
wait,
Okay.
wait,
Yeah.
wait,
you
really?
you and Cider are chugging them back. Like you have two hands, so you're able to do this more efficiently, but you've never seen a woman only use one hand to chug like twice your amount almost. As by the time you guys reach like cup number 5, I'm gonna need another con save.
Is
Okay.
Ash sitting back down with me?
Yeah, I'm sitting back down, and I am
Yay.
going to
Ooh.
stealthily try to stealthily cast message on the bartender.
Can I try to observe this?
So as you message is can you I know what message looks like. Hold on, let me pull up Rose sheet. She has message.
Hmm.
So it is a verbal material as well as spoken, or sorry, not
Somatic.
signed.
Yeah.
Um, I guess go ahead and give me a stealth check. Uh, give me a stealth check, Ash, and then give me a perception check, Lonnie.
Excellent.
Natural 20.
Me too.
Nope. Like Lonnie, you're keeping an eye out for it, but you do not hear as Ash. You what do you whisper to the bartender?
I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna say, bartender, my friends are the two UNTs, drinking, and, just make sure that they get, hydrated. Make sure that they're drinking enough water, not getting drunk.
He kind of like looks over in the direction where he was spoken to in the ear, and then immediately sees as Ripley, you're pulling back on cup number 6, and you're like, this is the best I've felt in a while. And you look over at Cider, and she is laying her head on the table as she just looks a little bit winded.
Yeah, because, like, it's the bartender's job to keep an eye on this, though.
Can
He was
I
busy dealing with like a group of like of people being very like loud. So as he like looks over and he sees that, he goes, "Oh fuck, Cider!" She comes over.
I would like to. Do since I'm keeping an eyeliner on the table? Can I see that they're bringing waters over to the table?
From what you can tell is you see him come over. He'll kind of like lean down towards where she is and kind of like nudge her around a little by the head, just like, "You all good there, love?" She's like, "Yeah, man, I'm fucking monsters." As he's like, "Okay, give me a sec," and he just gets under the table before pulling out what seems to be a bottle and pouring out what seems to be water for her.
As this is happening, I can see this, correct?
Yeah, you would see this.
I'm gonna cast Find Familiar on the table, and my weasel's gonna knock over all the water.
Wait, what? No.
As he is attempting to pour a glass and she starts kind of like feebly reaching her left hand over, immediately the weasel just flumps into existence, sees the glass and goes chaos and just knocks all of it down.
I
As
cast
he's like
Eldritch
still
Blast on the familiar.
okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, I got you.
Go ahead, attack.
Oh no. What's happening?
Haha.
Wait, why are you
Do
holding on this fast?
do they knock down the other water instead?
So, he's not wanting to give water to Ripley, just to Cider, because Ripley seems more cognizant than Cider, so he's more worried about her. So all you do is, after you shoot that Eldritch Blast and you miss the weasel will, like, jump and it'll hit the floor underneath it as it looks back at you, and it looks back over as it just sees, like, the bartender, Derek, just holding the bottle of the thing of water, just like, what the fuck's the weasel doing in my bar?
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to see if I can try to grab the weasel.
I'm gonna
He's gonna
dismiss
try
my
to grab the
familiar.
weasel too.
I dismiss
He's gonna
my
try to go for the
familiar as a
weasel.
reaction.
Can I try to assist him to grab the weasel?
I end the
lead
spell as a
into his
reaction.
You end
hands?
it.
I end the spell
Alright.
as a reaction.
All right. he watches as your weasel Apple looks up and just kind of lets out a noise as it just kind of flattens and dissipates.
Yep, it's a
Before he's
weasel
like,
war cry.
he's just like, oh, that's just weird, and he's just gonna take the bottle and just start putting it inside his mouth.
Uh, I'm
Does
gonna.
he
She's gonna
succeed in pouring it into her mouth?
Yeah, because she
she
kind of wants water.
she's
Okay.
gonna help. She's gonna help the bartender with it.
Take it.
Yeah.
She's gonna help the
Hydration.
bartender.
Yeah,
Alcohol is
giving
the leader
like
of poor decisions.
giving
Yeah.
giving Cider
Um.
some help, like with the back of her head. He's able to pour a little bit of water on her face and then just down her throat as she's like, "Oh God, oh, I can't beat my record ever again. 20 is gonna be so far ahead.
There's always next time. There's always
Oh no, I
there's
gotta give my liver
and
time to
there's like
recover."
yeah. At the moment, you definitely need some rest and want me to take you home or
Ooh.
whatever you sleep.
Probably home time, yeah.
All right. I don't know where you live or where you're staying, so you probably have to help me with that.
Yeah, I'll help you. Don't
Lonnie.
worry.
Lonnie. If they're both drunk, it can't be consensual.
I think it's time for bed.
You make a good point.
Consent, Bonnie. Consent.
Okay, you've changed my perspective. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
I like how Cider's like, you're walking me home.
Yeah, she's gonna walk her home or carry her home if she can walk.
She can seem to walk, yeah. With like, because UNTs, they're with the immunity to poison. I think what I've decided is alongside getting that advantage to Constitution saves, they also are not drunk nearly as long as normal. So I think after a good walk where she's able to get some cardio in and have time to digest it and kind of get rid of it a little bit, as you guys get closer to where she lives after giving you
Wait,
some
oh,
directions, she seems
I'll
to have
try to
sobered
pass
up a
them
bit
some
more.
bread as like they pass by the table.
as they
You
pass
like
the
use
table, I go
mage hand to
invisible to
reach
make sure they
out and
get
just
there
kind of
safely.
pass it.
I want
Yeah,
to make sure
pass
they
them
get
some
there
bread.
safely, and then I'll disappear. I'm gonna follow them
Yeah.
home with invisibility just to make sure they're safe, and then leave them alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get there pretty safe.
Okay, I go back.
Okay, Lonnie, let's go to the brothel now.
Oh, good point. Let's do that.
And I will say with Ripley, with you getting her back and the two of you deciding to hang out for the night and talk some more, I think this is where we're gonna end tonight's session because it is
It is like
1:51 a.m.
Ooh, fancy.
and I have
It's
to
2
tell
a.m.
him it's late for me. I need to go to bed.
you
Night.
go to bed.
Good morning.
I thought we were gonna start a fight at a tavern at a peaceful tavern. I was about to lose my shit when Ash used his fucking Eldritch Blast. I was like, wait, what?
Like, yeah. I'm like, Ash is like, I am making sure that this is can be consensual.
But Eldritch Blast out of everything else.
I was honestly
Yes.
hoping that they would just have a vomiting session together.
No.
I mean, I lost my shit when I found out that I could have used advantage this entire time. I could have done the same shit with Jerry. And I imagine like I imagine both Ripley and Jerry both realizing, even though Jerry's like like another continent, he also realized, oh my God, I'm a UNT, right? Why the fuck? I sh
Hey,
I just now and I just
story
now
wise, it
realized
makes
that
for a better story.
yeah, see, it's funny because both because Ripley's like so basically I had yeah, basically I could have just handled it just fine.
Yeah, you were basically actively choosing to get drunk.
Oh my God, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not sure if I blame myself or my dad.
Why not both?
But yeah, But yeah, Ash and Lonnie are just gonna go to the brothel.
You okay?
Yeah.
You like getting a lot of hits in a row, huh?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go to the
It just
brothel.
feels nice.
Gonna play a little bit. Just gonna be some mood things and just sleep there.
Mm.
Yeah, sleep.
Oh boy.
Whereas
Alright.
Ash is literally just sleeping there. He's not doing anything with anyone else.
To be fair, nothing says you have to have adult interactions. You could just have a cuddle buddy.
With that being said, we're gonna end
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah,
And
I
we'll
have
go
my
over
cuddle
this more
buddy.
tomorrow.
That's Mittens.
Yeah, true.
Mittens, and eventually when you wake up, the other cats. I will see you guys later. This
Good
was a nice
night.
session.
That was
Bye-bye.
Gute
fun.
Nacht.
I'm definitely using apples as a what is it called? An eye cover. Because of the
Apple.
They
long
just
stomach.
lay over your eyes. It's just
Mhm.
an eye mask.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm definitely gonna go. We're definitely gonna sleep. I also have to get up in the morning, but I'll get coffee.
Have an amazing Thursday, everybody.
Thank
Wait,
you.
Thursday.
It's Friday
Saturday.
now.
It's
Today's the
Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh my god, it's fucking, it's different. Alright. Good night.
Good night.
See you all next Thursday.
Yeah, abs chocolate bar.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Night.
Good night.
I'll see you all later.
See ya.
My vision's bad.
Ooh.
Okay, bye.
Good night, everyone.